keep it easy breezy. Cover girl. Okay, so
Just
quick
At
recap.
most 7 guards.
What'd you say?
At most 7 guards are gonna die.
At most 7 guards are going to die.
Yeah.
Why you say this again?
Since I killed so many when I thought they were bandits.
You did kill a bunch of. Oh, so this you're talking
Bugbears.
about like the bandits, which very much so is it's very true. So, anyways, can somebody take it away with the recap? What do you guys remember from the last session? I'll ask you.
I'll tell you what I remember.
Okay.
Please don't.
That's what I remember.
Did you just fart into the mic? 'Cause that's
I'll let you.
I did
think what you want.
miss a tiny bit at the end, which I just didn't write down because
I was
I
just
started
shopping.
falling asleep. So someone will have to fall in at the end. But basically, I think it started with us seeing a company. We were on the ship and we see a company of bugbears approaching, a tiefling leading them. And they demand we repay them. Well, one of the bugbears demands we repay them for the number of bugbears we killed, and that's where Muna was like, "I thought they were bandits." And it turns out the tiefling is the collector's daughter, Larian, and she seems nicer than her father. And I assume she's the one to interpret Muna's visions / whatever you want to call it about the Watcher. And then Briar killed the lumberjacks with the help of the treants. Oh, I think this is just for myself so that I can get up to speed. And Briar looted a considerable amount. And he encounters a little kid begging for money. And then I typed here, both Briar and Nina really don't want to lose their money. Because of all the, like, even with I think, I don't remember if you failed the roll or if the halfling had a nat 20, but basically, even with that, you did not want to give him money.
He gave him one coin. I just want to mention.
Yeah, John Quarry.
He rolled a nat 20, and you were like,
Yes,
okay, I'll give him one coin.
Yeah.
I was like,
So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, the kid turned out to be John Quarry, and he jumps onto Briar's cart and acts cheekily, and Briar just basically punts him off the cart. And he tries to convince Briar to split the money with him, and finally just convinces Briar to at least give him a ride back to the ship. And yeah, back on the ship, the collector's daughter tries to convince Muna to allow access to his mind so she can interpret the vision. And then Muna takes a moment to like falsify the memory. And then I wrote a note here about the Grand Mage, the Harbor Master, the Dragon War Priest, and the Guard Captain basically being the fist of the collector. And then at first it seemed like Larian knew where the vision was indicating, but due to Muna's diversion, she seemed unnerved by something. And then she reveals that she hid some details from the rest of the leaders because she was like live streaming to them what she was seeing. But she also hid some details from them because she doesn't want to put us in danger. And at our request, asked for permission to we asked her for permission to grant us access to the High City. And she also asked us to help out the bugbears, and that she doesn't want to and both can't leave the island because of her father. She's his favorite toy or something like that. And she wants to stay to help, and I'm assuming to help the bugbears. Like, this is where she can do good. But she's coming back the next day to get the rest of the vision at her father's command. And then Nox and Albert went to Besmara's temple for healing. Shaylin got jealous, and Nox decided to not take the healing from Besmara and to stay loyal to Shaylin. And that's where I stopped, like my brain disconnected. I did write down notes of what Mikkel bought for me and things to look out for in the future.
I do believe we bought some stuff too after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we went shopping.
Yes. We basically had a long shopping session where you helped. Where we all basically like finally used our money to buy things in the proper part of the city. So yeah.
And then so on the way back to uh the so two more things on top of that, Dante.
Mm.
Briar sees a vision. So John Corey and Briar are traveling together, and John Corey like diverts Briar to a like cottage. There's a woman there that he sees for a second, visits his friend, and then there was like a dark skinned old man on the porch with like elaborate kind of ornate clothing with like a really big pipe and he offers Briar a chance of a lifetime pretty much and takes 8,000 coins from Briar
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
and sells
You have
Briar
8,000?
a scroll that looks pretty fancy.
I had a lot of card money.
Cart money. It's all that cart money. So it's all gone. It's all gone. Okay. I know like legit logically it doesn't make sense, but like because you have to convert that cart into gold, but it doesn't matter. We're just gonna go with it. And we and then we also left off. So that's where we left off with Briar and John Corey. They're on their way to back to the market, but let's just say like I mean, if there's anything else you want to use your gold on, Nina, let me know.
Healing.
But let's say, do you still have gold for that?
Yeah. I explicitly saved money for healing.
How much?
Wait a moment. Ah, god damn it, pop-up, go away. I have some left on the Seagale. I didn't buy much. I didn't went on a shopping spree. I have 11K on the ship
Okay.
left that I
Wow.
didn't spend.
I hope you guys are accurately keeping track of your gold, but
I do.
Mhm.
I have nothing
I don't know,
on my
Nina.
person.
Last time you were tracking shit in like coppers and silver, and I don't know. But okay, I will take your
Well,
word
remember,
for
you did
this.
just give her like 8K in the card, so that 11K
No,
is the stuff that all of us had.
4,300 in the cart.
Oh, then I don't know why she had that much.
Yeah, I don't know why you
I
had.
sold the bell.
The chime, yeah, which was party loot.
Well, duh. Not like
Well, that's up to you guys to hash out in as
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
players and in character. Um,
yeah, I had the money from the chime on my person and I
and
spent
you
it to
guys
buy the
can't
scroll.
don't tell me that you don't have enough treasure and stuff. You guys have a bunch, enough so that you guys are literally somebody just sold a magic artifact, all for gold. Not a market price either, obviously. I mean, but anyways,
I rolled a net 20 to sell it though, I
oh
think.
yeah, maybe I did give you market price for that. I don't remember. Oh, I must have given you at
Mhm.
least 50%.
Mhm.
All right, so then we also have the folks at the ship trying to determine what to do next. And there was a mention of old Moreg, and Moreg pops out, and what or Moreg is pretty much saying, or was what he was looking for is
We are not doing a chess thing again, right?
a what?
Yeah, there was the red black chessboard pattern just popped up before the ships popped up. We're not doing a chess again. I have bad memories.
No. That must have been just like a little Roll20 bug for you. So it is. So yeah, old Morag pops up, and he is looking around. He pretty much says like, "Not you, not you, not you." And then he looks over at Leonard, and he says, "Oh, it's you." And so that's where we left off. However, before we get into, Briar coming back to the ship, which let's just say, for the sake of brevity, old Morik pops up after Briar gets back with John Corey. So if you guys want to have a quick, like, oh, how did you do, what'd you do, and stuff like that, then you can go ahead and do that. And maybe talk about loot disparity and how it's like there's a part. I'll let you guys handle that, and then we might just go with Leonard. You had access to the all the way up to the Hills district, which is like the upper resident class part.
Mhm.
You have access to shops. Would you like to buy or sell anything, or get something identified, or like what would you like to do?
Identified. Like I'm not sure about this armor, like if it's actually magic or what does it do, because it doesn't give me any bonuses. So I want to like get identified and actually find out how I can use it, or if it's just like basically just clothes.
Um, where would you like to go for that?
Uh, I know like some magic place, magic shop where they identify stuff.
Okay. Okay. Let me just. So you go to a general shop to start off with.
Okay.
Um, and a one. It's a one and a two. Let me just. It's called odds and evens. And you walk in. There's a young elf. Um, you know, looking at you. Like, welcome. What do you like? Identifying armor. How much does that cost? Let me see. What are you trying to get in terms of the knowledge?
To know what if no, I mean I have detect magic as a cantrip or whatever it's called, so I can use that to know it's magical, right?
You have detect magic.
Yeah, I'll put it up 1 sec. This.
Okay. You are aware that it is a magical item of some sort. Um, you do have to roll me. Isn't there like a check that you have to roll generally for this? What is the check here
Uh,
for detect
there's like
magic?
an Arcana check I can do to
Spellcraft.
determine
To get into like
knowledge Arcana check to determine the school of magic.
Okay.
DC is 15 plus spell level, or 15 plus half caster level for a non-spell effect.
All right, roll that DC. What is that like? Stick DC. You're a half caster
there's
as a
like-
war brief.
You
Or
can
you
attempt to identify its properties, see spellcraft, magical areas, multiple types of magic, or strong local weaknesses or
give me a DC 18. Arcana check to get the school of magic here.
I'm not trained in it. Is that alright?
Yeah, it just means you don't get a.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I mean, don't worry about it. I will. I'll change.
20.
Oh fuck. 100.
Yeah, but I don't.
150 XP for you. You were saying, Mikkel?
That only tells him to school he needs spellcraft to get what it does.
Yeah. So yeah, you only get the school, but you do get 150 XP. How does like Leonard is not generally magically inclined, right? He literally got a 21 from a nat 20. So you're not really good with Arcana stuff. How do you understand that this is a specific school of magic for you?
I probably feel like a familiarity with it because it's like related like to my family.
Interesting.
It's kind of like when you like try something and it comes naturally to you. It's kind of like that.
Okay. Okay. So this is going to Dante's legendary armor, or sorry, Leonard's legendary armor here, or not legendary, ancestral armor here, is going to be the first implementation of the elements of magic system that we've been working on, or that we played previously. Do you guys remember that by chance?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
I just have to
Something
find.
about combining spells.
It's the I just need to find it again. The PDF. Shoot. So it is essentially you get to cast spells based on points instead of a like like a pre-made spell. Does that make sense? So like essentially like what you're doing is like you're building out all the spells are modular now and you're just building them out and you'll have points. And essentially what you're getting with your, if I can download the book, that is what you're getting with your armor is, what is the is it enchantment, Mikkel? The one where it was an abjuration. I just don't remember.
It's probably abjuration.
Could be enchantment.
Well,
Enchantment's against people generally, right?
enchantment is like emotion manipulation. Yeah.
Emotions.
Or-
So this would be more abjuration, where it's like affects your.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if it affects material.
Right.
Enchantment.
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 So abjure is, yeah. So abjuration is the school of magic here. Oh, so for, I guess since you rolled a nat 20, Leonard, like this is the conundrum here. Should I just give you what abjuration does, or like would Leonard know abjuration but not know what it is? Like how does Leonard figure this out again?
I mean, this is like a knowledge check, so maybe like in his mind he goes back to a place when like he was like supposed to be paying attention but wasn't, but for some reason this one lesson stuck.
I feel like it's fair
Ah,
to imagine he knows abjuration, considering he has spells
Come-
that
come-
also is from that school.
all right. But I mean, then he would be practiced in Arcana checks. Then, if that was the case, but he's
Well,
not.
you could just be just
Uh,
because you know that fire is evocation doesn't mean that you know like how to read it in an item.
The DC for this was pretty hard though. It was 8. It's an 18 DC. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just for the school of magic too. Like it's
Yeah.
not like a, and he only has a +1. Like it's not on like a more likely basis he would have not gotten this. So I mean, so in this case, yeah, this list history lesson, we go back, we flash back to like this like nice little manor that you spent most of your childhood days with your parents, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And then just a history lesson, like abjuration is
This is just our summer manner.
yeah. Abjuration spells enhance your armor class, saving throws, or possibly grant energy resistance or damage reduction. Some abjuration spells can also restrict the movement of certain type of creatures. And that's like kind of you come back into present and you know this is probably something defensive.
Hmm. But like I've been a few scraps after getting the armor, and I never felt like different, like more protected since I wore the armor, and then before wearing the armor, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, on the meta level, yes. There hasn't been any change to your armor class. In character, I mean, that's a harder concept to probably wrap your head around. But yeah, you've gotten cut before. You've gotten shot at with this new armor, and it doesn't seem like it's more significantly thicker or anything like that.
Yeah, like my old clothes were just like normal armor, and like while wearing this, I never felt anything like kind of like magical protection. I never like when I got slashed, I didn't feel like I was protected. When I got like burnt, I didn't feel like it was trying to cool me or prevent me from getting
Yeah.
burned, right?
Yeah,
It just felt like normal clothes, normal armor.
that sounds about right.
Maybe it has something to do with like the last part you said to do with what was doing about movement of like monsters, right?
That's possible.
Yeah, even more reason to get identified and find out what the fuck it does.
Okay. So it's going to cost you so the person at the store is going to refer you to a magical shop. So you make your way to a magical shop. By the way, does anyone else need to buy anything else? No?
No.
Okay, good. So then you get to this place where, you know, it looks like it's filled with books. Not your typical magic shop where you've seen like, you know, items of all sorts. Here, just a bunch of books. And there's a really lanky gentleman by the books, and he looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, welcome, sir. How can I help you? My name is Aelrim."
Rim,
Aelrim.
ale rim.
Yeah.
Hello there, Elrim. My name's Leonard. I was told you can help me identify some magical items.
Of course, sure. My services is a base fee of 100 gold per item, and then more if it requires more studying, like any ritual spells that I might cast. You're responsible for the payment of the components as well as my time.
All right. What can you tell me about this? And I changed into my normal armor,
Okay, I was about
what
to
I had
say
before,
because
and I'm
that's
like,
really
yeah,
tacky by going into like a
no, I
tailor
changed my like,
and then saying
yeah.
like, "I want you to tailor this with me wearing it." Uh,
Don't you dare take it off. Has to be on my body 24/7. Yeah, he just like puts down his backpack and then takes out like the Edvane armor.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. As you can see, I'm more of a knowledge source. I mean, I tend the armor is right down the street, sir. Thank you very much.
It's magical armor.
Oh,
Abjuration, if I'm not mistaken.
abjuration. So you're a connoisseur of magical items? You don't look the type, sir.
Uh, they come in handy with my line of work.
Oh, I see. Used armor, you could say.
I did find it in a chest, yes.
Oh, right. I was saying you were using it, sir. So how'd you
Oh,
aberration? Uh, he's going to roll a spellcraft check. Gets a +10. He gets actually a +14 to this. This armor is gonna have a hidden DC. Do you want to roll for it?
Question, Cal. Well, have you included the identify spell?
He's not gonna cast it. This guy's gonna eyeball it right now.
Fine. I'm just saying there is a spell in case you didn't know, since Pathfinder has a lot of spells.
I know.
Yeah, I was
This
gonna
guy's
ask,
gonna
like,
eyeball it right now. So somebody roll me the d20. Go ahead, Dante, since it's your
all
day.
right. D100, you said?
D20.
5.
He kind of sucks his like the breath and like sucks into his teeth. He's like, quite interesting. And he starts to enchant something. He starts to enchant a spell. You've heard Muna cast this. Right? Muna's cast this identify spell before?
No, I do not have the identify spell.
Well,
I
you
was
never.
gonna ask, like, if I knew Moona had it.
Oh
What
well,
am I going to
he
this
just
guy?
so he adds a +10 onto whatever he has already. I think that's what identify is. So now he has a plus. Yeah, he gets a +10. So now he has a +24 to his spellcraft check. Go ahead and roll d20. You would
Come on,
have to
big
roll
money, no
very,
whammies.
very low to not get this. After
12.
casting identify,
How
what's the score? 36?
Yes.
Am I right about identify? Yeah, it says you have +10. Okay. 36. He definitely passes the test, and he's like, "Oh, very old magic indeed. Very, very old magic. Quite a conundrum, really. I can't really pinpoint exactly what this does. It does harbor magical energy, don't get me wrong, sir, but nothing I've seen before. Number one, the frequency that I'm seeing the magic, it ebbs and flows like the waves. Most magical items have a set amount of magic, and each use will take up what we call a charge of that magic, or it's a passive thing where it keeps its a steady amount. However, as you see, the frequency waves or the wavelength of this magic, visualizing it, these are steady linear lines. Right? They go from point A to point B in your mind. Just think about that. And then if they're using a charge, we just take a section of that line away, and it's just shorter line. However, this, it's going up and down like the waves of an ocean. It's quite intriguing. So, where did you find this chest of some sort?
Yeah, it's old. In an old place.
But yes, but where?
Remind me, was it Rickety Squibs? I
Yes.
think it was Rickety Squibs.
Mm-hmm. It was a logging camp.
And then an island called Rickety Squibs.
That's an island. There's an island called Rickety Squibs. That's
As far as I
it's an unpleasant sounding island. But
No, wait, was that an island or was that the
comedic.
mainland?
I don't know, sir. I'm asking you.
No, I'm asking you as a DM. No, I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was an island. I think that was part of the mainland, right?
I don't
Rickety Squibs?
know, sir. Don't
Stop
know.
asking him.
Yes,
Doesn't
stop.
know.
My wife here is having a fit now. So just come on, go on. Tell me where Rickety Squibs is that close by, far away?
Not too far, not too
You
close.
selling this armor by chance?
No. I'm kind of attached to it.
Well, sir, you see here, I am a very prominent arcanist here in the Hills District, and so I have to say, this this is something that well, I'm pretty sure the collector would be interested in learning about. You see?
Hmm. So you want some hush money, is that it?
I want. He looks around at you and looks at the store. Every one of these tomes probably costs more than what you have in your pocket, sir, or or what you could even afford. No, I don't want hush money. What I want is to study this piece of artifact that your hands have just clumsily stumbled across.
You could say it was fate.
He pushes his glasses up.
Destiny, even.
Fate and destiny, sure. Whatever you might call it, then you can say perhaps it is fate and destiny that this piece of history landed on my lap. Could you not?
I doubt that.
Wait, so you're saying that your it's history and fate when it comes to you, but when it comes to me, this is purely a coincidence?
So rude.
I mean, I said destiny, not history, but history does play a part in it, yes.
You speak riddles, sir. All I'm saying is, I don't want money. I want to study this thing. And if you don't let me, then, well, I should have to tell the collector that such a fond piece raised upon my humble little store.
And I might tell him that you wanted to make a deal so he doesn't find out about it, that you wanted to keep it for yourself.
This would be a contested check here. Let me get like let me get a bluff check from Leonard here.
I'm not bluffing. If he's gonna like tell the collector, I'm literally
You
gonna tell him, yeah, that guy was gonna keep
the
it.
the reason why I'm gonna say this is bluffing is because you've already come across the collector. So do you honestly believe that this guy reporting this to the collector is more of a detriment to him or to you? That's why this is a bluff. Go ahead and give me that bluff. He'll sense
Alright.
motive.
13.
However, I will be fair with this. He's like, sir, I again have to remind you, I am a prominent figure here in Hills District. I'm a prominent arcanist, and well, might not claim the master of Tidewater Rock as a friend. I dare say he is a good acquaintance of mine.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what's this gonna do to your reputation when people find out that when people come to you and confidence that you're just gonna sell them out to the collector.
He looks at you with his sharp gaze and says, I'm pretty sure they would. Pushes his glasses up. Learn to love it or deal with the collector himself.
Or they just learn to go to someone else.
I hardly doubt it. So, I fear you find yourself in a conundrum, sir. What would it be? One way, you get what you want, I get what I want.
What do you mean I get what I want if you get what you want?
If I study it, then so would you. You obviously don't know what this piece of this artifact does, do you? or else
Like,
you wouldn't come to me.
wait. So that's all you want? You just want to study it?
Of course, I've said that
God
already.
damn it! You
Did I
implied
not?
that you wanted to keep it.
At no point did I say I wanted to claim ownership of it.
Then why did you threaten me? Why didn't you just clarify? You're like, give me that armor. I'm gonna tell the collector about it.
So when a tortoise recoils in his shell, I ask it to come out nicely? No. I bang on that thing until it sticks his fucking head out.
Fuck are you talking about, man?
I'm saying that I don't care what you are saying. I never mentioned anything about ownership, so therefore I will.
All right, look at it
take
from my
this-
perspective. I brought this here to get identified, yeah? And that is what you want to do by studying it. You want to identify it, yeah?
Studying it might take longer than a casual identify spell. I just let you know that I
How long
studied.
are we talking
I caught. It is. That's the thing about studying. It doesn't seem like you've done it before, but it's hard
I
to give
dabbled
you
a
an
bit.
exact. So how long did it take you to study? Can you give me an exact hour?
Depends on the thing, but
Right.
this is a different kind of studying we're talking about here.
Is it? Something like studying magical items for me is very akin to you studying like a new language.
Stab.
So it's gonna take you months, not years.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't dare say years, but well, were there any more? There's something like this, something else. He begins to like scan your entire person.
I narrow my eyes at him.
Yeah, maybe a few days wouldn't hurt. I can cast some ritual spells, some stronger identification spells, all free of charge. I would just ask you to pay the premium for my services. 500 gold pieces for my simple time, and after I'm done with it, we'll return the item back to you.
You know, you people on this island are sure something else. But sure, 500. Study it. Then let me know what you learn, and I get back. Deal?
Deal. And I hardly don't I hardly wouldn't know what you mean. Us people on this island, I feel like I'm doing you a grand service. You would have went to some, I don't know, charlatan arcanist. They wouldn't even know what this is. They might just say, "Oh yeah, you're right, aberration. Oh, it does this and that." I'm trying to tell you that we're on the brink of something very, very ancient here. Do you understand the implications?
I really know.
Well, then you shall have your armor back in 3 days, and I will take my payment up front.
You'll get your payment when I get my armor back.
Roll me a intimidation check. Or should he roll an intimidation check against you?
I mean, I'm basically just trying to like bargain. Thought he was gonna say like pay me half or something next.
No, this guy's not. He's not your typical storekeeper. Uh, I need a check here. Let's do a diplomacy check.
And at least I'm good at that. 30.
30. To look at you and say, quite the jokester you are. Well, let's just do standard court district negotiation here and do half up front. I'll take my 250 gold pieces. Thank you very much.
All right. 250 now, 250 when the job is done.
Of course. Deduct 250. What else do you do? Congrats. You're one step closer to getting your armored identified. Okay, what else?
And also one step closer to slipping into darkness.
Quite possibly.
I don't know. I want to get my AC up a bit more, so maybe get like what would be like a good AC item, like a ring of protection?
There are no ring of protections.
What is there?
Well, you just tell me. I just generate them, so I don't know exactly what the stores have. So if you're talking about like you want a specific item, I just have to keep going through and seeing if it comes up.
Sure. Well, like just looking around, do I find anything?
So
for my
what the other
protection?
people did was give me like slots that they want, and then a budget, like how much money that they have. So
What was
like
the first part? Sluts?
slot, like what part of your body, and then how much.
I mean, like ring of protection is just like what comes to mind. So like rings, but I guess maybe a necklace would do. I already have armor, so I don't want like different armor.
Okay, so for a ring, this man, this one magic shop will have a ring for you. It's whenever you see the ring is like, you see like a piece of red liquid, crimson liquid, like flowing around the ring at all times, like a mood ring, but with just one color of red. When the wearer is cast a spell as a swift action, you can increase the save of the DC by 1. You can do this 3 times per day. It's called the Ring of Powerful Blood Magic. 3,000 gold pieces for you. 3,500 gold pieces for you if you want that. If you don't want that, and then usually they'll just tell most you just have to tell me if you want it on the spot or not, and then we keep going.
Let's keep going.
All right. Then we have a shield that's sanctified. Gives you a +1 sacred bonus to the armor's class. That's it for this one.
But wait, so is that like a shield that has like 1 AC and that's +1 more, so 2 extra AC, or?
So it's any type of shield, but when activated, a sacred shield adds a +1 sacred bonus to the so it's another +1, but it's a sacred bonus. So if something like bypasses sacred for whatever reason, then you don't get a bonus AC. Is that how this works, Michael?
No, it's in case he has other spells that give sacred bonuses. You can only have one. Let's say, I'm not sure if he has, let's say he has like a Blessing of Protection that gives +2 sacred AC, then you can only have the greater of those two. But I don't think, so unless you use buff to buff your AC, then that's still a really good item.
It's still a good item because it gives you a +1.
Yeah. So if anything, that just saves you from casting other spells that are to buff your AC.
I'm just wondering, can I
You
use
have to equip a shield.
whip and a shield?
Yes, whip is one-handed.
Um,
How much is that shield?
What kind of shield are you looking for? Oh, I'm sorry. This is probably not the shield that you're looking for.
There's a tower shield.
Is that what you use?
No, a tower shield is just very, very big. It's like basically the size of a human.
They're very good if you want AC.
Yes, that is true. They're really good if you want AC. So yeah, it is a tower shield. It gives you, I think, a tower shield gives you, a +4 to your AC. Or +4 or +3, I think. And then with the sacred bonus, it's a +1 on top of that. So technically, if this tower shield is equipped, you can technically get a +5 to your AC. Oh, so it's a
Yeah.
+3. Sorry, it's a +3, but you can use an action to like give yourself another +1, and then there's a bonus on this, a sacred bonus +1 on top of that.
Yeah, I don't see like a tower shield going with Leonard's and
Okay, it might not be a bad idea just to have something in your pocket like this. It will cost
Pocket,
you,
in your back.
pocket.
like, like it just laying around for like strategy wise. And it only costs 300 gold pieces for it. And so that's pretty cheap.
Get it.
No, maybe Nox can use it, or if we have
Like you just
someone
have
else,
it
like
in
maybe
your
the paladin
storage.
guy.
Just have it in your storage.
I'm requesting 300 gold from the ship fund.
Muna's not here. You can't request shit.
How about you go fuck yourself?
Maybe bring it up to Muna when you're back on the ship.
Fine, I'll use my own money. But yeah, I'll get it, sure.
All right, so you get the shield. I'm still looking for other things that's going to help you. How much gold can Leonard spend? That's gonna help me narrow it down. Up to.
It's something really, really good. 10k.
Okay, so 10k is the max.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You want to be precise? 11k.
So there is something that you can use, which are the prayer beads. This is gonna cost you about 10,000, and technically these are for clerics, but I'll let you also use the cleric beads, which they just do special stuff. Like you can cast bless, you can get like a +4 to your caster level. You can cast like
What does that mean? +4 to my caster level.
for 10 minutes. So like you cast your spell as if you had +4 caster level. Which is like really dope, right? And then later levels you'll be able to cast other stuff. That's one thing. Then
But does that give me like, if I'm a level 7 war priest, it would be like my level 11 war priest?
caster level.
Oh wait, my caster level
Like
here.
your caster level. So if
Okay,
you're
so I'm
half
4?
caster,
Yeah, so I'm right now at 4.
4, if that's your caster level, then it would be
Yeah.
as if you were +8, or as you're casting something as if you're +8.
Not really sure what that does though. Caster level.
It will
It's
increase
great.
like
It increases time, increases
DC range, like all the
DC
stats
duration,
of
a
the
lot of
spell.
healing
No, so it would
spells.
improve healing spells. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, mostly, yeah.
Also, like, yeah. So that's a great item. I think it is a little bit outside of your price range, though. So I'm gonna keep on going.
I just said 10,000.
Yeah, but you
Yeah, how
said
about
you.
the
Yeah, but now that I know you
Oh, wait,
want it,
what did you say it
more
does? You said
expensive.
I
It's
can
more.
cast Bless with it, increases my caster level. What else?
It's too. It's you don't want it. It's not good. Let's keep going.
What does it do, Cal?
It does a lot of shit, but
Well,
it's
you can only afford the beat of at most beat of healing.
Yeah. It's not as good. I mean, let's keep going.
It's good, but
Actually.
the overpower part is in the later part that is too expensive.
Yeah, for now.
Mm. Alright.
There's a +2 heavy shield. Issued to what used to like it's like this really ornate shield from the Grey Maidens. It's a group. Once per day as a swift action, you can reduce. Oh wow! You can reduce the shield to a +1 to grant a +1 bonus to up to 4 other shields within a 30-foot radius. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's
Yeah,
not
but
so much.
we know that uses shields.
No,
No,
but it's
but
still a
if
+2 shield.
it's a
I
+2
know, but
shield,
still, I'm talking about that effect.
that
Sure, but it's
effect
just a
is
great effect in
awesome.
general. It can be. Yeah.
That's fucking dope. What a dope ass item. Anyways,
But when you say +2 shield, since like I know shields have their own AC, is that like 2 + 2, or so it's a total of 4, or is it just
no,
like
shields are just a bonus to your AC. They don't have their own AC. Right?
No, shields has their own AC. Well, they give
Yeah.
an AC bonus.
Right.
So you're
It's
kind of
so
right in your
most
statement.
shields give you a +1, and then this is just a +2 heavy shield.
Well, +2 shield would
It's
be
a
a +3.
yeah, because like a normal like heavy shield is +2 AC.
Oh, well then this is a
Yes.
+2 heavy shield.
Yeah, so that's 4 AC in total.
4. Welcome back. But this will
That seems
cost
nice.
you 11,500 gold pieces.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a bit too pricey. Moving on.
What? That's a
I mean,
great
dude,
item
that's
for you.
if you want fucking +4 AC, like that's a lot of AC, my dude.
All right, sure, I'll get it.
I don't know what else you're gonna buy that's gonna justify
I'm just gonna
that.
say that's +4 AC is. I mean, I'm not sure what shield you have now. If you even have a shield, do you? Dante?
I'm not asking for myself, Nina. But sure, I'll get the +2 heavy shield, which is +4 AC, right?
Um,
For
so a heavy steel
11,500.
a heavy steel shield is a +2. Yes.
Yeah.
You
And it's a +2
you
shield.
do get an armor check penalty of -2. And you have to make sure that you put in the weight 15 pounds and 15% spell check failure for that arcane spell check failure. Okay. Make sure that you're keeping that in mind when you add it into your spell book. And it is
One
a
sec.
+2 heavy steel shield. So you do get an additional +2 bonus to it.
Heavy
However,
shield.
the person who sells this to you will let you know that this is a shield that belongs to the Grey Maidens that were made specifically for Grey Maidens. If a Grey Maiden finds you using this shield and you are not part of the Grey Maidens, which because as you are a male, you are not, they will
Hello,
kill you on
sister.
sight.
And who or what are the Grey Maidens?
The guy does not know enough and he does not care enough about you to tell you who they are.
Have I heard about the Grey Maidens?
Roll me a history.
It's the John Wicks of Casworld.
That would be
Nope.
funny.
Shush. Don't let him know. Don't let him know.
And you did, a matter of fact, kill her dog.
Yeah. Knowledge. Just give me a knowledge nobility check. This should give you a hint of 17. definitely has something to do with an elite group of females. Maybe maybe you heard of them, like they were like elite bodyguards maybe to like royalty. Like we're talking about like top tier fighters here. And all females. So maybe they protected, like maybe they were like the Valkyries, or they protected a queen, perhaps. They were like Spartans.
This is more trouble than it's worth. Next item.
I'd say just do it, buy it for the story, man. Do it.
And then we get killed by some elite guards, and it's gonna be like, oh, why'd you get that shield?
It is what it is. It's a +4 shield for 11k.
Yeah.
It's gonna okay. Next item. That's it. The guy's
Next
gonna
item.
take.
Yeah.
The guy's gonna take it back. We're not gonna spend too much more time on this, because you're only gonna get like a couple more rolls here. So,
Alright.
you guys all just saw him chicken out there. Wow, I can't believe that. That's so crazy.
Such a fucking bitch.
Jeez. Okay.
Sense adventure.
There's a cloak that you can get. It will work identically to you as if it was beast shape. As if you had beast shape 1. What is beast shape? Do you guys know?
Transfers me into a beast, I'm guessing.
Transform
You,
into small
you
animals.
can be a small. You can transfer you into a small or medium creature. If that tickles your fancy.
How much?
Doesn't. It's about 9,000 gold pieces. But
Nah.
okay. Then there's a okay. Last thing here. Well, and then they are not gonna have anything else for you. Will be I don't know. Let's see. You bought the shields, so that's good. Amulet of Uncanny Defense. It's about
Alright, tell me more.
7,000 gold. Oh wait, do you have Uncanny Dodge by chance?
I may have. Let me
Check it out. Make sure just let me know if you do or not. Because if you do, then this
I
would
just
be.
have dodge.
Ah, shit.
I'm not sure if it's uncanny dodge. It's just called dodge.
No, you need Uncanny Dodge. Okay, so then this is not gonna help. Never mind. Last thing then here, we're going to look at. There's Dragonhide plate armor that you can wear. Shield of
How much
covered.
is that?
Shield of cover repeat. What?
The dragon
plate
stuff. How much is that?
4,000.
Yeah. All right.
It's a full suit of dragon hide. It
What
works.
kind of armor is it? Medium or heavy?
It's identical. It's identical to a full plate, masterwork full plate. However, I think it just lets.
But it's lighter, right? Because it's like high armor.
It's 50 pounds instead of full plate is 50 pounds as well. No, it's the same. It's actually just the same as regular heavy armor. No point of you getting it.
And it's heavy armor?
Yes. It's just letting druids wear it. Okay. Before we get too lost in this, because we're already spending way too much time. Um, I'm just going to look really quickly look through again. If I don't find anything that I think it matches what you're looking for, then we're just gonna move on. Unless there's something else that you are looking to do.
Nah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Then let's just say there is one buckler. There's a shield. It's a +1 blinding shield. Buckler.
What
So
does
the
that mean?
buckler
Blinding.
gives a what, a +1, right?
Yep.
Bucklers are light steel, I think. How come they don't show up? The fuck? Right? It would have to be. Yeah, let's just say the light steel. Or wait, no,
Buckler,
it's a buckler is a +1.
+1 AC,
Small little guy.
-1 armor check penalty,
Yeah,
5
this
pounds.
is a small little guy. But it gets another +1, and it has blinding on top of it.
It's very shiny. Is that it?
I think it blinds people when
Because it's shiny.
yeah, because it's shiny. So you can use it twice per day. And everyone except for the wielder in 20 feet must make a 14 reflex save or be blinded for 1d4 rounds.
How much is that?
Oh, how much is this? This is
Yeah,
1100.
money-wise.
1100. Not 1100, 11,000. But it can also um it can also be used to cast daylight as well.
Oh my. All right. I'll get it.
This is what it does. Hold
1100,
on.
you said?
Yep, it's made out of glass that's hard as steel. It glows like a torch, though this light can be suppressed or resumed at command. The shield can be commanded to shine light as per daylight up to 10 minutes each day. This duration does not need to be consecutive, 1 minute increments. The wielder can expend this duration while activating the blinding ability to increase the save DC by 1 for every 2 minutes. Yeah. The blinding ability is this. So it's pretty good. It's a good shield. It's not +4 to your AC, which I feel like is always going to be better, but because I think you're
Yeah.
discounting how much that is +4.
No, I'm not. I just don't want like elite guards coming after me and my crew.
That would be awesome, though.
It would be awesome, but Bri will never let me hear the end of it.
That is true.
That
He
is
would be, God damn it, Leonard, and he would be right for the first time.
that would be true. But would it not be badass to go like to introduce the Grey Maidens? Anyways, we move away from shopping and we return back to the ship where all of you are standing after the meeting with Lyrian.
Also,
Irene.
the big tower shield thing, send that so we can put it like somewhere on the ship. Also, Muna, I'm requesting 400 gold pieces for the shield I got for us.
Why
Did
would
that cost 400?
no 300? But he's trying to
300.
scam Mona.
He's
I'm
trying to
requesting
get
300.
he's trying to get
Yeah.
extra.
Why would the ship reimburse you for buying a shield?
Because I didn't buy it for me. I bought it for us.
I also bought something for Nox.
I didn't buy it for Nox. I buy it for us.
How is a shield for us?
We
Look at it.
just
You can hide
break
behind
it.
it.
We break it in 6 pieces and everyone gets one.
It is big
That
enough,
is
but no. Look, Muna, you can hide behind it while Skuga, goes around killing things.
And I hide
mean-
behind Muna.
Oh, when I hide behind you,
sure.
you're clearly better. Fine. I will reimburse you for half the cost of what you spent because it's still primarily yours.
I'd accept that.
250.
It would be 150, no?
Although you said 500, didn't you? 500 is your 300.
300.
Right.
300.
I was well then, yeah.
So,
Okay, yeah, alright, great.
350.
You guys all hear in the distance, "Where is my father?"
Is that
We talked
the
about- we had
talking
this- we had
kid
this
still
last
throwing
night.
a tantrum?
Yeah, he's still going to throw a tantrum.
Oh yeah. I'll walk over. I mean, it is unfortunately as we said, but we will try our best to make sure that he gets out.
Roll diplomacy or bluff. Diplomacy check.
It's technically diplomacy. I'm not trying to lie. We will, to the best of our ability.
I'm gonna give him advantage on this. Oh, he fails it.
How would
You can definitely see like the anger kind of drain from him a little bit as he just like slumps to the ground. Why? This just keep happening to us. It's not fair. And he
Good
just like
question,
lays down on the dock.
throws a hissy fit?
And
Quick question
John-
about the buckler.
John Corey goes prone on the pier.
Like a normal buckler is armor check penalty -1. Because it's magical, does that reduce it? Because I
No.
remember sometimes magic items reduce armor check penalties.
Yes, because it's masterworked. All magical items are masterworked.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
But what did they reduce it by?
1.
Ah, so 0 then. Dope.
Oh, armor check penalties? Okay.
And what about like arcane? I mean, it doesn't matter for me. Arcane spell. For
It does
Zoe,
not
right?
affect arcane. Does not affect arcane. Whatever multiple.
Okay. I guess that's what you're paying for there, bud. Why it's so expensive? Okay.
I mean, that is the one step like you can start rewarding players before you get magicals because they are slightly better. They also have an innate +1 to hit.
Mm,
Can I use it to like bash people in the face with it?
yeah. Generally, you can. Buckler is definitely one of those shields that you can use as an improvised weapon. All right.
Well,
More like
okay,
unarmed combat, I'd say, but you know.
it would be improvised weapons, which are shit.
Yeah. No, I'd actually move so like you can probably
Isn't there, like
maybe
a feat called shield bash or something like that?
maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like a buckler wouldn't really be like the normal what you're thinking of as normal shield bash stuff.
No. That's why I said like, can I like just kind of like jab people in the face with it? Like
If you have a
boxer
spike
jab, just
buckler, yeah.
jab.
But okay. Anyways, John Corey lays down prone on the pier. You just had your meeting with Lyrian, and you guys were discussing, and old Morag comes out of his shell, and he floats in between all of you. He stops for a second, hovers around you, Aaron, as he looks you up and down, and he's like, "I've never seen you before. Unimportant." And he goes over to Briar. "You are a mess. What is this?" And then floats over to Nox. He's like, "You're not what you are." Oh, this is intriguing. Goes over to Owlbear. He's like, seen this before? Goes over to Muna. Looks at you, Muna. Give me a sense motive check, Muna, as Morag looks at you. gonna roll this for you all to see the number. Okay. Old Morag narrows his eyes for a moment and he's like, too dark for my liking, and turns around over to Leonard, to the two dinosaurs, Taylor and Swift, and he's like, oh, disgusting creatures. Looks over at you, Leonard. Oh, it's you. Oh, I can recognize that smell anywhere. Oh, it's you.
Spell? What are you on about?
Hmm?
What are you talking about? What spell?
Smell.
Oh, smell. I heard spell. Hey. Don't be rude.
Who's the matter?
What'd you say?
I said don't be rude. Talking about people. Smell.
Roll me a
I
diplomacy check with disadvantage.
Occasionally.
He cast Baleful Polymorph.
15.
Somebody who wants to roll me a really high
Yes.
number, go ahead and roll a
Yes.
d20.
Go ahead,
Yes.
Mikkel.
God damn it!
Thank you.
Oh,
I was like,
100
it shouldn't be Mikkel, because if Mikkel wants to roll high, Mikkel won't
Yeah.
roll high.
That's why it should have been Mikkel.
So you feel a little prick near your cheek, and Leonard, you look over, and then your peripheral, you see this little imp. It's smiling, it's licking its eyeballs, and it's holding up this little like toothpick of a dagger at your face, and it's trembling as it's doing so. It's sitting on your shoulder, and Morag is just like, weakling, vanishes. The imp gone, as the imp struggled to attack you.
I think it was kind of cute in a fucked up way.
And it's just like, and he's like, useless.
You just tried to have me killed by a low imp.
Yes,
What? Why?
because I like you.
So do you always try to kill people you like?
This bores me. Why did you all mention my name? What shit have you gotten yourselves into?
I don't recall we mentioned your name.
I did mention the name.
Did you? Why?
Yeah, I did.
Uh-huh.
Because I was like, everyone's gone except like old Morg.
Was that what you said? Damn, that's
Something
completely
along
different.
those lines. Like, the only one who probably didn't get taken by the collector is old Morg.
Oh.
Let's see.
But
Well,
I
fine.
just look at old Morg and I'm like, I mean, I did say your name. I didn't get myself into shit. No, and not as deep of a shit as the others did.
What do you mean? You're as much in the shit as we are.
Yeah, thanks to you. The only thing that I did was fighting treants and wood choppers. And then I come back and you say there's a collector who wants us dead.
Well, Mark, do you know anything about the entity called the Collector?
Let's see. I mean, old Mark does have a character sheet. Thank you very much, Mikkel. And he's got some great spells. High level spells are amazing. So what does he need to roll? I would say knowledge local, which would be a plus 12. He rolls a nat 20 on it for a 32. He's like, know him. I taught him everything he knows. Why do you think wherever you've went, there's been fanatics who are just obsessed with magical items? Afric was my latest pet. But the Collector, I knew him before when he was little Shay Shay. Shay Shay was temperamental at best, too emotional.
I'm just impressed that you seem to have done such a mark on the local political scene.
Well, then you lived as long as me, darky. And I'm referencing to your more of your not the color because you're obviously pale in color skinned.
I want to be very
But you have
specific.
dark hair and a dark aura about you, so
It's not racism. It's
Plainism.
I know some very fine fetchlings.
some of my best friends are fletchlings, so I'm okay. I can say it.
I can say it.
No, you can't though. If this is a real life and the implications of in real life for something else, you can't say that. However, this is a fantasy world where he's talking about fetchlings, and so he can
This
say.
fantasy world. This is not racist.
So, if you live as long as me.
How long did you live?
No more questions.
I think you said so about his age.
I can leave if you want.
No, it's nice having a wise person on the ship.
You mean crazy old wizard?
Oh yes. Let's see. He's just gonna cast a spell for fucks. Roll a d. Somebody roll me a d20. Let's do it this way. All of you roll me a d20. And if you guys roll in a consecutive order, so like first person needs to roll either the highest or the lowest number, and then the second one has to roll one higher or lower, like you know, like in that consecutive order.
It started with a 20 and then a 16.
Okay.
Well,
So
then Nina, you go because I'm gonna roll lowest or highest since it's my luck.
damn, Dante, you rolled 2 20s in a like you've been rolling a lot of 20s today. Should have been a combat day. Oh shit. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh well.
Well,
Oh well.
Yeah.
Because you wanted me to go
well.
first.
I don't think you're gonna like this, Briar.
Oh no. Did you hear the voice of old wizard?
I don't think you're gonna like this.
his best spell is Baleful Polymorph.
You keep talking about Baleful Polymorph, which
Doesn't he have that?
which is a great thing. But I don't think he's gonna use it in this situation. You know what? Yeah. So roll me. So you pick, Nina. He is gonna use Baleful Polymorph, but on one of the dinosaurs.
Oh,
So you pick which one, Taylor or Swift, and whatever he picks, they're going to become. I could make them a small magical beast. We can make them diminutive, which would make that animal like a fly, pretty much. Right? Isn't that what a diminutive is in Pathfinder?
Yeah, it's the small.
Like something
yes.
that's like an ant, almost.
Yeah.
Like just not. Or he's can make him like a small little chipmunk. You pick. Go ahead.
one is Taylor, two is Swift.
What'd you say?
It's Swift.
Swift? Which one's Swift? It's the green
Second
one. All right, Swift is going to turn into a squirrel, and before your eyes. That's it. He just laughs. Hideous, hideous creatures. And Taylor Swift is now a flying squirrel. And I will get you an image for Swift soon. And then
Taylor eats it.
and Taylor
I would prevent that.
Okay, roll me an animal handling check. As you should have the chance to stop that from happening. You can do your flutes as well.
Alrighty. It's a 19.
That's going to stop. That's going to stop Taylor from eating Swift too.
Brad takes off the slipper.
I take Swift on my shoulder.
Swift will happily go on your shoulder as it's scared as shit about what just happened. It was a small little dinosaur. Now it's a tiny little flying squirrel. Old Murax is gonna laugh. He's like, none of you are fun. And he's gonna teleport out of here. Poof, gone.
None of us is as crazy as he is.
Maybe don't insult the wizard who just did that and can do that to one of us.
Find me not to be near Briar should we ever encounter the divine.
Yeah.
I don't feel like being
Smitten.
smoten.
Did you insult them? I don't remember. What did you say to the?
Well,
did you?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I don't think anyone said
Yeah.
anything. I think he's just crazy. You guys rolled for it, and he's just
Okay.
okay. So
Well,
I'm gonna
so
make.
guys. Yeah. Good. Sorry.
Oh no, keep going. Sorry.
Guys, we should probably come up with a plan about what to do.
Oh, I need to rest. I still feel like shit after getting beaten up.
Sure, Briar, but I meant in general, not this very moment. If you want to stay in the, communication. So,
Well, if I recall, we were discussing whether or not to enter the what was it, tournament?
yeah.
Well, I'm
I'm
game.
up for. I'm game.
I don't like the fact that we need to fight slaves.
We don't need to fight slaves. We could happen to fight slaves. I'm not gonna lie that was a possibility that was said. But okay, I mean, if you don't in for it, I know Nox is not very in for it. Briar?
I am not a fighter.
Okay, well,
All right.
so I guess
And what are our
probably
other
it.
options to win favor with the collector?
Well, I mean, I have a idea that we could go and find the individual that the collector is so interested in on our own.
And how do we know that our companions won't say, no, let's not, once we do find them and they turn out to be some helpless, I don't know, chicken?
Sorry, who? Like the watcher?
Yes, like what if, let's say we find the watcher and they turn out to be some innocent, helpless little thing, and our companions decide, no, we cannot take them to the collector.
I mean, the vibe I got in the vision dream, was it was some powerful entity. I mean, I only saw some eyes, but like it was kind of the eyes of a, like how you,
entity.
yeah, like how there's different eyes between a cat and a tiger.
All right, to those who consider themselves morally above others, would you be against us taking the watcher to the collector if they were a powerful, dangerous entity?
Other question: if it is a powerful, dangerous entity, do you think you would be able to take him to the
Well,
collector?
also another
Ooh.
thing. Also, if this is another question, if this is a powerful entity, then maybe he could help us get our companion free.
Just what I was thinking.
If the collector is very much opposed to them, then there could be a reason that he could maybe be. I mean, I feel like there's a reason that it seems like a bugbear killed themselves to implant this vision.
Oh, incorrect. So just I don't want to interrupt, but just so that it wasn't the bugbear. It was a gnoll.
No, right? Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I would do. Yeah, sorry.
And
I feel
so
like
you guys felt like
yeah.
there was something going on with the bugbears and the gnolls. And the gnolls
Yeah, right,
had like the tattoo.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Voice in the sky. Yeah. So I feel like there's a reason that Noel, like, blasted this thing into my brain. So what do you say, Briar? Leonard?
I can't really say anything about the no. Like I didn't.
Does this sound like a plan?
Oh, I like it.
If it's
And
a
I like the
powerful
collector. So if we can find an enemy of the collector, well, you know what they say.
When in Rome, drink wine? No, this is different.
No, the enemy and friend thing.
Where's Rome?
Another island.
Ah,
Bunch
haven't
of
been.
drunk elves. I feel like this could.
I mean, it's something to do at least. Like, I'm having a surprisingly difficult time finding jobs. It's not normally this hard for me, so.
Well, it seems like very military controlled.
I mean,
Yes.
I do have a job that I should go back to, but yeah.
What?
Well, that's not my problem.
What job?
What are you talking about, Briar?
Yeah, like the tavern gig was not a one-time thing. It was an ongoing thing.
Just so we're certain,
That's
Briar,
a side job.
Briar, are you telling us that you're not gonna go this adventure because you're gonna stay hang out at a bar?
Are you quitting the crew? Is that what you're telling us? Please
I-
tell us this.
Don't.
I'm just saying I will go, but I will not put my life on the line. So if this dangerous, powerful entity proves to be powerful and dangerous towards us, I will not fight to my death.
Well, no one asked you to.
Yeah, you feel like you're
Oh, you
escalating.
I
seem
mean,
to
I don't think
ask me
any
that.
of us are going to fight to our death unless we have a choice. I'm not.
Right, tell me this: if this entity tries to, I don't know, just attack us and kill us on the spot, are you gonna
I'm
defend
gone.
yourself and us, or are you just gonna run away?
If you are going to fight tooth and nail against that entity, even though it's overpowering you, I'm not going to risk my life in your fruitless endeavor.
Okay, You say fruitless endeavor. What are your plan then? It sounds like you're very much on defense of any decision.
I will not fight a fight that's not winnable from the start.
Sure.
Where it's very clear that it's not winnable from the start.
Sure, I'm also big into cowardice. I'm just saying, it sounds like you're kind of committing not to commit. Like, it feel like sound like you're very much like,
You have to remember that I'm still very pretty fucked up from the last fight we had. I am in no.
We're not going right now. We
It
are
sounds-
planning.
we're going
It
tomorrow.
sounds
Like,
I do not feel like I'm going to be in top shape tomorrow either.
I'm just saying, Briar, like, maybe I'm just misreading the situation, but it just sounds to me very much like you're saying that if there's any danger, you're gonna run away. And while I understand that on an individual level, it just doesn't seem to solve the situation that we're stuck on an island with a maniac ruler who's also gonna affect you. Since it seems like you're only willing to do something if it has a direct effect on you, I will say that you are in the same boat as us. If we cannot please this collector or find a way off the island, then you're also fucked.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I need to throw myself right into something where I know I'm not at top shape to do anything.
Okay.
I only metagaming. I only want to shake Muna and be like, I'm at 7 con out of 15. Let me fucking rest.
On a meta level, Mikkel recognizes this, but that's also why I said we can go tomorrow or another day.
I don't think tomorrow
But
I'm
Muna,
at 15 con.
sure, but I mean, like, you're never gonna regain that con unless you go to a cleric. You can never regain that just by resting. So, on a meta
I
level,
do not know. I
It's
do not
temporary
know how.
damage.
I do not
Right?
know how the
Yeah,
con
temporary, yeah.
damage
So,
works.
It is, but
In
it is slow.
Pathfinder.
It's going to take 24 hours for what was it? Wait, Knapstack. Dante, you have Knapstack.
I can only use it once a week on a
You already
character,
used
and
it
I
on.
already.
You already used it on
He already used
Briar.
it on me.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you can't use it on Briar again? Like Briar, it
Yep.
only happens once every week, not one target every week.
Yeah, I can use it like on Muna or on Aaron or on Nox or on myself, but I can't use it on Briar for like another.
Oh, it's like one of those.
days, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
I
that is right.
see. That sucks.
Sure.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to a cleric to heal up in like a couple of days if you want to. Get rid of that negative energy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's more.
literally thinking. I'm
Instead
just turning to Muna. Instead of talking in circles right now, I would rather go
Sure.
and get. Like, wasn't there a church or something on the island?
Yeah, there's the
There are
big church
several,
over
in
there.
fact.
Oh, there's, yeah. If I was you, I would probably go to the bigger church since it's cheaper. From what I've heard.
Also, do yourself a favor. Don't piss off whatever deity presides over the temple. I think it'll
Why
have the
would
opposite
I
effect.
piss off a deity?
Have you met
I don't know why you do anything, honestly.
I was very friendly with the Treants. They spared my life.
So the only encounter we
I have
haven't
no idea what
witnessed-
you're referring to, but all right.
the only thing we haven't seen.
And I only have your word for it. By the way, you're complaining about resting, yet you went on gallivanting with strangers.
In the woods.
Yes.
I actually went with lumberjacks to what you thought was cut wood, where you wanted to rest.
I don't really think they were normal lumberjacks.
That doesn't really
That's even
Because
worse.
And yet
they,
you followed them, and yet you went with them.
I didn't know that there was an eternal war going on between the Dwayans and the lumberjacks.
I just think
But
it's
no.
more about the fact that you're saying you're very tired, but you didn't. But you did go lumberjacking compared to resting. So your argument about you being very tired and you need rest seems to only be an excuse when you don't want to do something.
You know what, Muna? I have an idea. Let's all go find some lumberjack outfits and some cheap axes. That's how we'll convince Briar. I think Briar has a type.
You're a genius.
Hmm.
What was
I
the
think I
big
know a guy.
what was the big church called again on this? Like, what was the main religion? It was
They gone.
yeah. You just go see Dagon. That's probably the cheaper church, to be fair.
I don't know who Dagon is.
It's an evil god, but I mean, like, it's cheaper, so I mean the price are good.
It's one you really don't want to piss off.
But
It's an evil god, but you know,
can't beat the prices.
that makes no sense. It makes just no sense, right? Why would the evil god cost more money? Be cheaper to heal? It's interesting.
You said that's because that the small one just doubled their prices because they didn't have as many customers. It sounded like.
Yeah, no, I get it. And also, Besmar is not like a good god either, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. But I was just like, that's what I would think about if I was living in this city. Why does it?
Yeah.
But like, people still need to get healed, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean that's why. I mean, like, it's just business. I mean,
business. It's business.
and if people are
Go
getting
get healed.
and if people are getting healed by an evil god, people are still going to be more aligned to that god. You know, it's
It's odd.
Yeah,
though.
I mean-
it's kind of odd.
Health insurance is a scam, yet we still have to pay for
What?
it.
No, okay. Health insurance in theory isn't necessarily a scam. However,
I know. I am
practice.
just making.
in practice, it is a
a-
lot of times.
I was just making a relatable
No,
comparison.
it is a good comparison. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, Brian,
I
you should
don't
probably go
follow
to that-
any god at this point, so I guess it doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who I go to.
Yeah, go to the Church of Dagon. I mean, I'm just gonna give you advice, since you are my friend technically. Go to Dagon Church. It's cheaper.
And don't talk.
I
Why
don't
does it feel like you guys are
really know,
setting
but I
them up?
I don't,
Because I know Briar's a cheapskate, and I feel like
Go to the temple with evil god. The eviler, the
Briar.
better.
Don't talk except saying please and thank you.
Just hand
well,
over
if
the
I only
money.
say please and thank you, how would they know what I need?
you know that's a good point. I would just keep it minimal, Briar. We don't want you mocked at a church.
Have Muna write you a note. How about that?
One of those
Why
like
don't you draw me pictures?
I'm not a good
Wait, why
artist.
Why don't you go with Briar? Make sure he's no, doesn't.
I
No, Briar
can
right up.
handle myself pretty well.
I seriously doubt that, Briar.
I might still have a little bit of a hangover from yesterday. But I can
Actually-
handle myself.
I actually need to get over there, so I mean, like, kind of, I should probably go with you. So yeah, want to go? And the rest of you guys should
Yes,
probably go to that.
father.
Should probably go to that guy we paid to look into our two missing friends.
Has it been a day already?
That was yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dope.
So sometimes this evening, if it's exactly 24 hours.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, let's
And
go,
Nox
Briar.
can talk to him as he want to. Nox is not
Yes,
home
father,
right now.
guide your son to the church.
How old are you? You think you might be older than me?
You're steady.
Oh my! Now we're talking.
Okay,
Forgive me, Father.
so
For you will sin.
so
Yes, Carl.
you guys are making your way to
Downtown.
the hill.
Walking fast,
So
walking
Courtish,
fast.
so the Temple of Dagon is so wait, where's the other two people doing? What's Aaron and Leonard doing?
Well, that's up to them.
Oh, okay, let me know.
We're gonna go to the white-haired elf. What was his name? Reese.
Twice.
Is
Rice.
that the guy with the pieces?
No, it wasn't. I'm shitting you, Dante.
Ray. Start with an R. I'm pretty sure it started with an R.
It's Weda,
Raynar. Right.
not N-D.
I heard it go.
Tell it in chat because I still don't know who we're talking about.
I heard it go
About
both
wh-
ways.
Retta. He's an elf
Yeah.
with white hair
Thank you.
that you guys met to get Raider. Retta. He's the elf that you guys hired to find Cog and Rosie. Okay. So
He was also a painter.
he was
Yeah, he's
painting
so
a
much more.
mural at the Hero and Tankard.
He is so much more deep inside, Dante. You just don't know yet.
What the hell?
Forget what I say. I just like.
I don't know how to respond to that. I really don't.
Okay, hold on. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. Fucking weird. Okay. So you guys head over to the Temple of Dagon.
Yeah.
Here's what that looks like here for you.
That
Well,
looks so.
that
Well,
sounds
This
sinister.
this is civilized city count.
Yeah. So as you get to like closer to like one of the shore like cliff outcroppings, you can see in the distance it's dark, right? There's like overhead dark clouds overhead, and you can see like glowing out of like these old decrepit castle walls is a green light. A sickly green light just seems to like emanate from this place.
I'm expecting the Witch King
I
Ragnar
just-
to just strode out that door and be like, "Greetings, travelers."
I'm just taking that side in, and I'm like, are you sure we are going to a temple? That looks more like people inside would kill me.
People mention that this is a temple. Different cultures and all, you know.
It looks sinister.
Sure, but I mean, aren't most fun just a bit, you know? I got nothing.
Okay. And so
I walk in.
you walk in, and as you walk in, the braziers of green fire just kind of erupt a little bit higher as you guys are walking towards the door to get brighter, but there is no heat emanating from the braziers itself. As you get closer, what you hear like a voice kind of call out, "Welcome to this, the Temple of Dagon. May I be of service?"
Can I roll like a religion check? Is like, what is the? Do you also say father to these, or like, is there a specific title like for?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a religion
is-
check. The DC is going to be uh 30.
30?
30.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I cannot even make that with the
For
net
the
20
basic title
if
of
I would
priest of
still had
Dagon.
it.
Yeah, of course. You don't know who the fuck Dagon was before you got here. How are you gonna? That's like you saying
On a
like
meta level, I did.
on a meta level you do know Dagon?
No, but Muna lives in this world that he has skills in religion.
Yeah, no. But this you're not gonna
Sure,
find
okay,
many
yeah.
Dagons anywhere. But like this is like
Okay.
a Tidewater Rock specific thing.
Okay.
You're not gonna go elsewhere and be like, oh, Dagon's here. No. This is his. So the voice comes like you don't hear anything but shuffling and shuffling. Then you see like this kind of gray, withered old hand pop out of the like the stone door like archway where all you see is like darkness beyond it, and it beckons with creaking leathery fingers closer for you guys to enter.
I move forward.
Do you enter
Do I
the
have
temple?
follow? Yeah.
Okay. You enter the temple
Reluctantly.
and you see like candles lighting up this old temple in an orange glow. But you also see like there's areas where the green glow seems to emanate from, like in different rooms and corridors. It looks pretty bare bones, like a monastery almost. You know, like very basic furniture. It's not dirty in any way. Like there's no like corpses or bodies or blood in it. It's like a really normal monastery. And then as you like kind of crest this hallway into like a more open living space, this is who you see standing before you. Well, visitors.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
He bows.
I return the bow.
No,
bow slightly
only I shall bow.
Well then, okay. Hi, my apologies.
He bows to you, Briar.
I lower my head.
He
Like
no.
I don't bow, I just
Yeah, he's getting this wrong over and over again. Welcome to the Temple of Dagon. What might I do? Are you here to give tribute or to seek guidance?
I came to make
Blessings
a
before the tournament.
donation and just to inquire into the teaching of Dagon. I realize I don't know enough, and when I'm on this island, I want to know more.
Oh yeah, roll me a diplomacy check or a bluff check.
No, that's why he's here.
No, I'm joking.
It's also partly.
There's no way this is true.
No.
On a meta level, it's
On a
not
meta
true.
level, the more I know about my enemy, the more I know about. Yeah.
Oh, he rolled a nat one. How much coins did you present him?
Just need to see how much.
Doesn't matter. His eyes shine a hideous shade of green envy. As he's like,
make it.
Donations. And he
I'll
smiles.
make it. I'll make a donation of 20 gold.
Yeah, you hand out 20 gold to him, and it's a satisfying clink of coins. Ding, 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 ding. You know, like 20 coins sounds pretty good when you have
Yeah.
them collected together. And he's like, he can feel the weight of the gold. He tucks it away. That will do very well. Dagon accepts your offerings. You mentioned teachings.
Well, I have no explanations of becoming a clergyman myself. I do also seek knowledge. So I just want to know more about Dagon than I don't know now.
What would you like to know?
Just essentially anything. Just the general teaching,
Okay.
your
So-
own personal favorite verse.
So, Dagon, he's going to let you know that Dagon is obviously a lord of the abyss, pretty much. But they never referred to Dagon as like a god, the god of the abyss or anything like that. They just say he's the lord of the sea, lord of the monsters that dwell deep within the sea. In any way, Dagon is known to be affiliated with aberrations and demons. Some even like fiendishly half a hybrid between some sort of underwater creature. I think this is where you learn that. This. Go ahead and roll me like a knowledge arcana check here.
Okay.
What's a good like check for Muna, knowledge wise?
I mean, knowledge is one of my better ones. Then
Okay.
comes planes.
Yeah. Let's do knowledge arcana then.
Oh, nice.
Wow, a 30. This is
It's
how
also
you realize.
19. Yeah.
Wow. So damn, that is a lot. That's pretty high. 230s. Let's give you 300 600 XP for these two crazy rolls. Good shit. Here's what Muna you get. And this is the pieces. Yaknap is definitely connected to Dagon in some way. It just fits.
Yeah.
And so who knows what exactly what it is. However, Morag also let you know too that Afric Bouffant and both Shanor Olem were his students as well. The connection of Goathead to Tidewater Rock, they're far apart. They're not like close to each other, but they definitely have some connections. And you know, obviously Yaknap was defeated, but you know, Dagon, it seems like much like Dagon is the source of Yaknap. And and it's very possible that these deep ones, as they call it, are beginning to extend their influence in the Shackle Isles. Do some means. Not quite sure.
Do I know the domains of Dagon?
So again, because they're not actually gods, they don't travel planes. They're old ancient beings that.
Oh, no, so I meant like domain traits, like holy, unholy. You know, like. like nature, the sea, weather,
They
air.
would
I'll find one.
be chaos, destruction, evil, water. Oceans,
Alright.
maybe. Water
Chaos,
would be
okay.
from oceans. Oceans would be from
Alright.
water.
I mean, ocean is a perfectly normal like
It's a
domain
subdomain.
trait.
But the subdomain of water.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dagon's an evil, very evil god.
Yeah.
For
Who
sure.
am I to blame? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what Muna
So-
came for. That's fine.
That's all you get for now, except for this fact. I will give you I will start to give you a little bit of knowledge in like the water domain for this. You know, like like underwater aberrational creatures is something that like maybe you can start experimenting with. Or something with like, you know, water stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So the elder priest is going to thank you and says, "Thank you, hey God."
Thank you for your teachings.
May you drown in your sleep.
And to you.
May the tentacles feel better. I don't know. What would the thing be, Dagon? Hold on. I actually have a way to find out. It's just
May destruction walk in your path.
May destruction.
I mean,
Good
it's
one.
just
Uh,
chaos destruction. I mean,
but there's definitely it's like the underwater theme. But all right, Briar, do you say anything or do you guys just walk away?
I didn't come because of that. I would have said
Like they just
something
committed their
along-
transaction. It's finished.
Yeah, I would have said something along the lines. I don't really know what should I say to not piss the deity off.
on a meta level, how about you've been injured and you need respiration?
Yeah, I came here to inquire about your services.
Oh, I got it.
10 gold sucky.
No, I kind of died and was brought back, but since that I feel under the weather and I just want to be healed.
Roll me a diplomacy check with disadvantage.
I don't want to say I rolled in that one again because I already rolled in that one again, but I
17.
It's not bad.
That's actually very good. He's gonna look at you and say, "You have the stench of good about you, but
I smell myself again.
but it is an item I've detected, not you. Therefore,
That's weird.
yeah, definitely. For a second, I was like, it was a faint sniff, and I was like, yeah, but it was clearly it's not strong enough to be like actual aura, but it was just like maybe an item on this person.
I take
good
out
that,
my
but-
Grim Lantern.
No. That's like that's actually like kind of goes with all your actual aura is like that. I was just saying that little speck of good, but I think that's something that you're carrying.
Woodham's like, that's the wildest thing I ever heard. I heard good.
Yeah, he was like, psych.
Yeah.
That was an item.
You're a real
I
fucked up,
lean-
bro.
I lean to Muna. I don't know what everyone has with my smell again because the twins also said like it smelled.
Have you
like-
been applying soap?
arts. I wash myself more than you do.
The elder priest looks at you and says, "You need healing of some sort. Dagon, the Deep Father, will acquiesce. However, these services are not free. Gold must be paid for blood."
I point at my coin purse and I'm like,
You
name your
carry around.
price.
You carry around. I did get something similar to that. Yeah, embrace the depths or something like that. Or
Are you talking behind us?
but anyway, so he's gonna. You do have to understand you're carrying around. He's gonna be like you're carrying around 2,500 gold pieces. But that's what it's going to charge you for this services.
Oh yeah, wait, I forgot 2,500 is not 25k. Yeah. Yep.
This is the
Math-
this is the
math-
silver to gold all over again.
Does restoration. That's a good point. Does restoration actually restore the permanent? I mean temporary ability damage as well? Because then he just has to only do that one time.
Need to look.
Right? Because then if he only has to do it once and then it gets rid of all of it, it gets rid of the temporary negative level, which is why you're trying to do that.
Yeah.
And then what permanent negative level, sorry, which is why it's gonna cost 2,500. All temporary ability damage as well.
Yeah, so
And
one,
it restores all points permanently drained from a single ability score of your choice. So this is very
It's perfect.
nice for Briar.
this is exactly what you
It's very nice. Okay, so he's gonna charge you 2,500 gold pieces for that. You hand him the
I give
coins.
him 2,600.
He's going to take it, and he says, "Close
Just
your
like
eyes.
the rest is a small donation.
Close your eyes."
I close my eyes.
Dagon.
kiss you.
This is in a real church, okay?
Just a tiny.
This man puts his nasty old mitts on your head, Briar, and he gets you closer to him. He gets your eyes closer to his eyes, as that's like the green glowing eyes just like bore into your own eyes. You begin to feel like the sensation. It's cold at first, like water rushing like past your ankles, rushing past your legs. You feel the goosebumps go all over your body as like that initial cold shock hits you. And then that's when you feel like the cold water just like plunging your lungs into it. You can feel that shortness of breath. It's hard for you to breathe. And then you feel the water begin to rise up past your lips. And to your shock and horror, you feel something entering through your mouth, the bottom half of your mouth. It starts to cover your nostrils, and this substance fills your lungs from the inside, and it feels like you're drowning. This is when the voice in your head makes its appearance for the first time. You hear, "Well, thank you for joining. Look at you. Lost, confused. I'm here to save you from that. Paid my priest for his services, and therefore I will grant you it. Your snap of a finger, you're healed. That's why I said congratulations at the beginning. However, Briar, there's more to this, right? You have enemies. Enemies you want you dead. You're weak. Else why do you need to rely on those people that clearly don't care about you? What you need is power. And I do think the color green works well on you. And you hear that in your head. As your vision begins to blur and the feeling of drowning begins to send flares and emergency signals in your head, time begins to slow down as if each one of those emergency signals that are just blaring gets stretched from an instant single second to minutes. Come on, man. I know you feel like you're drowning, but you can still talk.
You become a murloc.
I don't know.
What?
I'm doing pretty good running away
Oh.
from my enemies.
Let's just say you have something I would like to have. And why you have it all of a sudden, I don't understand. It's a conundrum, you see.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have something what I want. And I will get what I want.
I owe nothing of importance to someone who's considered a deity.
That's flattering. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I am considered a deity, am I not? You begin to feel like this slow creep of something that is alien. It's not human. This texture that begins to wiggle around the front of brow of your head, right underneath your hairline. That's a new sensation. It's like rubbery yet soft at the same time, as it's slick and wet but dry. It stings but feels good as it dragged across the top of your brow. I'd like to reserve my judgment for some other time. However, thank you for your payment. I'll be seeing you again shortly. The drowning sensation ends. You are thrust back to just standing in front of this green priest-looking guy who's looking at you. He licks his lips at you. Muna, you can roll a sense motive to see if you notice what just happened.
Sure.
Are you gonna try to hide what just happened to you? Is Briar visibly shaken at all or anything like that?
I'm more confused than shaking.
Roll me a bluff check then. If you want to hide it. If you don't want to hide it, then.
So I realize, okay.
Damn. All right. Well, Muna, you can take a cookie. Briar, you can get 300 XP. You guys are rolling really good today. Briar, you stand there and you regain your composure. As the elder priest begins to walk away anyways. Muna, for a split second, Briar, like, felt like they were out of it, but seems like he's fine. You guys complete your transaction? Do you say or do anything else here?
I got what I came here for, and also got more questions, but that's okay.
Okay, so Briar, you can remove your energy drain. Finally, congratulations.
Yeah.
You can reset all the temporary ability damage that you've taken. Temporary. Anything that's permanent still has to stay.
Yeah.
Do you have any permanent ability drain?
No.
No? So, Briar, you are feeling 100% after so long.
That must be nice.
Well, technically, Briar did heal all the way back, but then got fucked again. But like, yeah. How's Briar feeling?
It just feels like the steps are lighter again. It's probably a little bit easier to breathe too, like with the energy drain gone. It's like something that has been blocked is open. In my head, I just have like a chakra point opened, you know, in like in Avatar with the chakra points, like the meditation, like just open the chakra point, get that energy. It's like just easier to breathe all of a sudden.
That's right. And then, for a brief moment, you remembered the feeling of like something filling up your lungs. Okay. With that, we move to Leonard and Aaron. What are you guys doing? And then after you guys' segment, we'll see how it concludes and then call it for the day. What do you guys like to do?
We're gonna go
We
to
were heading to the elf.
the
So-
tavern, the Hero and the Deckard. I'm gonna meet up with Rada.
So you guys head to the what did I call that shit? Sorry, I had it. The Hero and the Tankard. Which I should just generate an image for. But anyways, you guys get to the Hero and the Tankard Tavern, and Thay is the Theta. Did I call her Theta or Thay? I think Thay was just a
That's
joke, but her name is Theta. I think that's how you pronounce that, right? It wouldn't make sense to say Thay, right? That doesn't sound like. Anyways, you guys see the spelling, right? THE.
About Ray.
Yeah.
That's the name, right?
This must be. No, it must be Theta. Yeah, we'll just go with Theta. So Theta's there. Short, older, kind of like on the older age of a dwarven lady. She kind of greets you. Oh, hello. Welcome back. I mean, we're not that busy today.
Good to be back, Thay. Always feel welcome here. Can you tell us, is Rada here?
Reda, no. He doesn't come here during the day. Generally, he's here in the evenings, the nighttime.
Well, damn.
But there is a lady here who has been asking about some, maybe, hiring some people. I know.
Oh.
Like a job?
I've heard, yeah, like a job of some sort. She's a lady. She kind of leans in. Pretty prestigious one, if you ask me.
Tell us more.
Please do.
Tell you more about what the lady who's sitting there on the table nearby.
Before we go to her,
Right.
fill us in on the details, so
Oh,
we can go prepared. And I put down a gold coin.
okay. She's gonna lean in. She'll say, "All right, buddy. Well, that's Countess Rainey, and she will. I will give you her name here.
Is Countess her first name or?
Title.
She's gonna look at you like, what? Did you just really ask me if Countess was her first name?
You never know. Whether she's actually a duchess. If I refer
No,
to her as
countess.
Countess.
So,
Never mind.
that's Countess Freyne. She's of the Freyne house. Small little castle located here in the Dragon's Borough. It's the top of the top. Only, the people closest to the collector ever gets up there. I don't know like what she does for a living. That's how you know, like, when they're too, above you, when you're like, I can't even imagine their day to day, That's the type of level we're talking about, really. So she does noble things, runs the city pretty much.
What
Sounds like an
about the
important person.
collector?
What'd you say? What'd you say there,
Well,
lad?
what about the collector?
No?
Did I misunderstand something somewhere? I thought the collector runs the island.
The collector is the master of the rock, yes. However, it's impossible for just one person. I mean, you've seen the size and scale of this city, yeah? It's impossible for one person, one man to run everything, no matter how powerful that man might be. So, the collector has four trusted advisors: the wizard, the grand mage, the guard captain, the elder priest, I believe, and then I forget who, the harbor master. So
Yes.
yeah,
So
and then they
this
within
Countess Franey is also within the upper echelons that rule the island, you say?
that is correct.
And what exactly is it that she oversees?
She shrugs her shoulder. Beat me. Yeah, if you find out, let me know. I don't know what any of these people do for a living, Countess.
I would expect the harbor master, takes care of the harbor, but all right. Also, this is just some advice for the future. If I were you, I would know what the people in charge are doing, because it kind of affects what you do day to day. But anyway,
Well, to each his own. That's how the cookie crumbles. You know?
Right. Aaron, I think it's time to
Life.
cut out the middleman and go straight to the job.
Life is like a box of chocolates, you know?
you high.
One day at a time. No, just...
I'll take that as a yes.
all she does is say quote movie lines from you. She's like a broken
Get to the
NPC.
chopper.
Yeah, get to the chopper.
Greetings, traveler.
Put the cookie
What shall I
down.
have?
I'll be back. No, I mean
Such weather we're having.
she.
Oh,
Her,
Right
res-
there,
great.
criminal. Come. You've broken the law.
the point is she's just gonna be flippant when you start criticizing like that, like as people would often do. Yeah, she'll just be flippant towards you. She like whatever.
I am Millennia, Blade of Mikola.
I have way too much to worry about. Don't you see this daughter pendant or this pendant of this little person on my neck?
I'm trying very hard not to.
I have a whole bunch of shit that I'm trying to not unpack on you. So, anyways,
This all of me daughter.
Well then, about that job.
you guys are so rudely have never inquired about. Okay, but the job, yeah. I mean, you're going to have to talk to her for more. But thank you for the gold coin. I appreciate it.
And I regret it. Let's go, Aaron.
That's pretty rude to say, you fucking asshole.
She will spit in your soup.
Better not order any food here anymore.
I already found a lot of beard hairs in it, so I wasn't planning to.
Well, you're just a bundle of assholes. Going to find more than beard hair in next time.
And
You're lucky if
they
it's coming
talk
from my
to
beard.
me about not upsetting people.
Yeah.
He owns a bar.
Hypocrisy.
You're talking to a god. Perspective,
Still.
enough. Perspective.
Still, you don't know what people she knows.
Yeah.
True, but so. Alright.
But anyways, so
go
you guys
to,
make your way over to
Countess.
Countess Frene. And this is what I used to do the things where I only show the people who are like at the place, but I'm gonna show. This is Countess Frene. You see a noble elven aristocrat, right up Briar's alley, or Nina's alley, I should say. She's been described.
That's right down every alley, Cal.
Yeah, like every Nina's character alley. Straight down. Just that would be just like a strike.
I like my elves.
Especially when they're noble and then they're assholes too. She's described as a rare beauty. Amber eyes.
Is she secretly a vampire
dark
as well?
eyes.
Because then it's just a package.
Notable,
Package deal, yeah.
wears a really notable green dress. Austere but gentle. Austere but gentle is generally how people describe her here. That's what Thay will tell you. As you guys approach, she looks up at both of you. I need both of you to give me a will save.
Okay.
Or you
I was just about to ask on a meta level, do you bow to a countess?
Do you? I don't. I mean, that's like
I
Will
don't know.
Aaron.
That's why I was going
You guys
to
can.
ask.
You guys. Oh,
Oh.
you guys can roll me.
I think someone's.
Guys, I'm about to briar it up.
Guys, I'm about to get married. About to
Who's
propose
Sandewa
right here.
again?
Oh shit, I forgot about Sandera.
She's in the crystal like, oh, this motherfucker. Let me see your phone. Let me see your text messages right now. No, that's never happened to me.
Okay, well,
Um,
either way, I can do like a knowledge.
local.
Which one would it be?
No,
Local?
knowledge nobility. Sorry.
No, if you bow.
Knowledge nobility.
Knowledge nobility whether you bow.
Yeah.
That's a 5. I don't know.
I mean,
I
Aaron's
don't
a
know the
mercenary.
difference between a duchess or a countess or a bishop.
Like as a person from a noble family, would I know?
You can also roll a nobility check. Your upbringing is a little bit different.
Yeah.
If it's following the same hierarchy as like Taldor, where your family's from, yeah, and like anyone who doesn't have a title, who's talking to somebody who does have a title, usually bow.
As I approach, I kind of like subtly like nudge Aaron with my elbow, and then like go for a bow as we present ourselves to the Countess.
I do what Leonard does.
Okay. As you bow in front of the Countess Rene, you are fascinated by the Countess. Particularly her elegance, particularly the jewelry that she wears is very fine. Her very fine features, and you can't help but notice the subtle lines of her dress that accentuate certain other parts of her body. Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. A real
Thinking with a nat 1, should I Disco Elysium this bitch?
like a
Oh no.
dime piece. 10 out of 10.
Oh no.
Nat 1.
What do you think, Andy?
She's fascinating you right now. Like, she passively fascinates people.
I just remember that line from like the very beginning of the game. It's something along the lines of you. It's something like you, me, sex now.
No, it's like I want to have a fuck with you.
Oh yes, that's what it was.
Fuck with. Fuck.
I want to have fuck with you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Do it, you
That's why I
coward.
was like, oh no.
Do it.
So yeah, you are fascinated. Fascinate means, what does that mean again, Nina? There's a will save. Okay. And if they fail, and they just have to like your attention cannot be taken away from this lady. Aaron, you don't feel as badly as Leonard, but you can't take your eyes away from this woman. Like, she is absolutely picture perfect. Like, if it's possible, 11 out of 10 in terms of like the attraction scale. Like, she is just a sculpture. And there's also some like, I mean, if you're like demisexual, I guess there's also like this gentleness to her that like you probably really look into, really like as well. She says, "Please sit down. There is no. Let's just discuss as friends, if you don't mind."
God damn it, friend zone so early.
I wordlessly obey.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna just roll a straight up charisma check and see what happens.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's hard when the numbers are kind of in the middle, right? It's much easier when it's on the extreme end.
Yeah. I think Leonard is just gonna. He's gonna follow Aaron's lead with this.
And just
Like
sit down.
He realizes. Yeah.
That's all Aaron has done so far is just sit down.
No, like he's gonna try to keep his composure, but like with this, he realizes that he's like, let's say, overwhelmed by her beauty. So he's just gonna try to like compose himself and not like fumble over himself.
Roll me a reflex save. Let's try this for fun.
No, that's the wrong character sheet. There it is.
Can you catch yourself?
23.
Yeah, for a second you
Yourself
feel
before you wreck yourself.
yeah, exactly. Your jaw kind of like unhinges for a second, but you catch it pretty quickly. And like you but it would have been like one of those uncomfortable like situations.
Yauga!
Where you're just like like just completely overwhelmed. But you're able to like
It's like the outtakes from Liar when Jim Carrey's like on the elevator with the woman with the nice boobs.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like cartoonish. And then but
one of my favorite ones is like, Mama.
that's so Jim Carrey is such a funny guy.
Yeah.
You catch yourself though. You pull your composure. You catch that jaw hanging, and you sit down. And she looks at you both, and she's like, "I will get straight to the point. I don't want to waste such strong adventurers like yourselves' time, but I am looking for help."
I am help.
I need you to bang me like a drum.
Why?
How can we assist you, my lady?
I will pay you generously if my husband was, or he, when he was alive, was the Grand Mage,
What a roller coaster.
second to only Shanar Olam himself. So, I'd like to figure out who killed them. The primary target would probably be, primary suspect would be the new Grand Mage.
And who is the new Grand Mage?
I will tell you, however, I need to know I can trust you first. Shanar Olam hasn't dug his claws into you. Or his nails? I'm not sure. I mean, he has fingernails, not claws, I guess. I said nails.
If he's a bird
Fingernails?
creature, it would be talons.
Yes, if he was a bird creature, of course. That's strangely amusing if I picture it in my mind. As she's like laughing, she has a really breathy laugh, like, and it like originates from the chestal area. She's like, and then she shakes it away. She's like, "Yes, before I reveal personal and confidential information, I need to know that I can trust you and not, and You might be working for the collector, for all I know.
I thought everybody in
How?
this city works for him or under him.
Yes, we do. However, and I was as loyal as can be. However, when my husband, or my late husband, they gone rest his soul, in the internal drowning abyss, she like kind of like blinks for a second. Oh, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? Fix her. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? Let's just say how House Freyne is not. We're stones. We're so close to being nothing.
How can we prove that we are trustworthy?
She looks around. I'd like to give you guys the chance to roll a sense motive, because no matter how enraptured you are, I still think you're like studying her, right? In a way. When she's just, because like she is fidgeting a lot.
I mean, I'm studying something, so I wouldn't know if she was fidgeting or not.
Sure.
Unless
Maybe
her
the one
hands are,
who
like,
rolled in that
close to her
one
chest.
isn't really paying attention to her body language in that way. But Aaron, you rolled high enough where I'll give you the chance to roll a sense
Okay.
motive.
Take away the language part, and I'm paying attention to that.
23.
Wow, it's really high. Holy crap. So Aaron, you notice like she's flustered. She seems to be out of her element. You're not really quite sure like what's going on with her, but she's not like a person like who's like, let's get the job done, let's do it, you know, like super objective. Like she's not like that at all. She seems like fledgling, like she's like fledging around.
She's not like other girls.
She's definitely like unsure of herself. You can see like generally Countess Freyne seems like she has no idea what she's trying to do. And she also kind of looks a little sad and disheartened. But she's able to contain those emotions well enough. That's as the extent of her nobleness. It's like, if you know what I mean.
Would you prefer to discuss this somewhere more private?
Her eyes go wide a little bit. Where would that be? This is not private enough.
Well, we are in a public tavern, but if you are comfortable discussing it here, whatever
We
you
have a
wish.
ship. You can come to our ship.
Well,
That seems like it would be a far walk. I haven't ever been to the harbor, you see.
and then Aaron is just like doing like these hand gestures, like ixnay on the ship, on the ipshay, because he's just thinking of like what that all would include and entail.
Yeah, Niner doesn't even register Aaron's like presence. So he's like, "Oh, you never been to the harbor before? It's an interesting place. We can escort you if you like. Take a
No.
nice walk. Beautiful day."
Is it a beautiful day? I guess.
Any day is a beautiful day in your presence, my lady.
Roll me diplomacy check.
You dropped your fedora.
Yeah.
27.
Oh damn!
My lady.
Huh? when you say that to her, she's like, oh, she definitely visibly blushes. No one has ever said that to me. That's all. Not even my late husband has ever talked to me that way. I'm sorry. I'm unsure of myself. I don't know how to respond to such a brazen comment.
He's gonna like get up, swoop his like coat cape thing, whatever, then get like on a knee and extend his hand like to
Whoa.
take her hand.
Ah.
You don't have to say anything. Just take my hand and come with me.
She's gonna look over at you, Aaron. Aaron, do you do anything?
Aaron just looks like, what the actual heck? like, okay, well, he's fascinated by her, so I think he's just like, right now, he's just staring at him like, really, dude?
I think, yeah.
But
in this
before
case,
we head to the harbor, we might need to find a map because I keep getting lost in your eyes.
Literally, this is okay. I know it's
The
a
dice
lame
roll-
gift that I'm sending, but this is literally his expression.
I'm gonna have to get you. I'm gonna have to ask for another diplomacy check, and I'm gonna have to ask for this in disadvantage because what you're saying isn't matching up to like the vibe. For me, at least, this is how I'm gonna see it.
Damn.
These are still very high rolls because diplomacy is high, and she still rolls really low. She looks into your eyes, and her amber eyes catches yours, and you can see like there's a deep blush as she takes your hand, Leonard, and she looks into your eyes and she says, "But what if you don't like what you find when looking into my eyes? What if there's nothing beautiful inside there?" But she still takes her
And
hand.
I would like to learn that for myself. But looking at you, looking into your eyes, I have no doubts that there is beauty in them.
It is true what they say about adventurers, brave and foolish. And yeah, this Aaron's just like, what's going through Aaron's mind right now? Like, as he just got the
Yeah,
real-
he's literally, yeah, he was just like, came here for a job, and now the guy
This is fucking
who
terrible.
apparently was literally like just as I met him, almost barely after I met him, started mourning a woman, and now it's just like, yeah, he's just like, what is happening? It's like, okay, well, we are going to discuss the job, I hope.
Yes. Please break us out of this with a diplomacy check that beats a 16.
Aaron's not built for diplomacy.
Oh, please. I'm just hoping.
Nope.
Damn it. Nothing. It's like words on deaf ears, Aaron, as these Countess Freyne and Leonard are staring into each other's eyes. No words coming across them. She just, like, you can see her breathing pick up a little bit until Thay comes and slams a couple of mugs of ale on the table. He's like, "Drinks on the house." As she puts the beer down, it interrupts this weird moment, this strangely attracted moment between these two. Magnetic moment, I should
Aaron
say.
is just gonna slide her a gold coin.
She's gonna wink at you. And she's gonna wink at you. She takes it. She knows what that gold coin was for. Account for it. It's like,
Still gonna check the drink for beard hairs.
Nothing in your cup.
Okay.
It's all in Leonard's.
So,
Oh, yes. So
the current Grand Mage. Sorry, I missed
Yes.
the name.
I didn't share it.
Well, may I ask what his name is?
That's a real good mood to stop like a romantic. Like, think about your
Yeah.
dead husband, please.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You can trust him, Frene. I call you Frene. He's a friend.
That is my house's name. That's not my actual name.
-2 on this.
Then please tell me your name. I must know.
Renene
And
is
the
my.
name of the Grand Mage, please.
Yes, the name of the Grand Mage. I am looking for the wizard school. Here it is. The master, the Grand Mage. His name is Elias Thorn.
Elias Thorn.
We call him Ellie.
No, we do not call him Ellie. And he is nicknamed. You're not going. You believe it or not, you're not gonna. I'm going to tell you what his nickname is. They call him the Custodian.
Thorny.
He served under my husband for a long time. My name is Vanya Rene.
Vanya.
And yeah, a beautiful name. Got a beautiful woman.
No,
What makes you think your husband was murdered? What were the circumstances of his passing?
When his body was first covered, he was missing. She begins to like tear up a little bit. He was missing his head. And she stares right at you, red-rimmed eyes, Aaron.
Leonard tears off a piece of his like tunic or whatever and like offers it to it as like a handkerchief.
Jesus, you just rip a shirt? Don't you have shit in your pack or something you can just take out like a normal person?
That would take too much time, Cal.
He's gonna give her like a worn, like something you were wearing this whole time.
Sweaty, dirty.
What? Like a bath.
Okay, so it happens. You rip off something, you hold it out. She just looks at it and then keeps looking at Aaron because she has no idea what that was for. As she goes into her blouse and takes out a really nice clean handkerchief, when she dots her eyes, you have just ripped your shirt in for no reason.
Dante, please add it to your character sheet.
Leonard
And-
pays no mind to his shirt. All I can think about is that's one lucky handkerchief.
I'm gonna give
When-
you a cookie for that, Dante, for such a failed gesture.
Thank you.
It's completely irrational.
When did this happen?
The shirt tearing?
No, the murder.
Right now.
Well, his body was recovered just about a week ago.
Oh wow, that is very recent.
It's very recent. We
Now
don't
Aaron just
bury
looks
bodies
very
here, by the way.
disapprovingly at Leonard. Very recent indeed.
I didn't kill him.
You must be so hurt and so lonely right now.
We both. Yes. How did you know?
I think we have a
It's a good
special
thing you
connection.
can
I can feel what you're feeling.
I can feel
Yes,
it.
it's considering that you also recently lost someone near and dear to you.
Oh
I have.
shit. Okay.
That's right, I have.
Contested checks here. Contested diplomacy checks. Leonard, you get a disadvantage on yours. Fuck it.
All right,
Aaron,
what roll?
I'll give you advantage. Let's make this heavily in Aaron's favor.
Oh, sorry, that was I
No.
pressed
Oh
one too many.
no.
I pressed
Okay.
one too many.
Oh,
But
Sorry.
the first was not 20 what?
nat 20.
Huh? It was.
Oh, yeah, -4 for the penalty.
Okay, you know what?
Oh,
Oh my
damn.
gosh.
Oh, damn.
Oh
He's-
my
he's-
gosh. He
he's-
still
he's
beats
better than
you.
I am.
Okay. Aaron, you can get 200 XP. However, you can succeed this, but the only way you're gonna beat Leonard in this is if you turn on the charm of your own. What would Aaron?
Don't
And
have any.
that's exactly why you have to do something, or else
You have to dig
or
deep,
else
Aaron.
you still get the XP, Aaron. You still get the 200 XP. Did I say 200? You should get 200. However, if you cannot give me a reason why Countess Frene's attention goes to Aaron over Leonard's, then he will lose
Well,
this.
okay, I'm gonna do something Aaron is good at.
Okay.
He's gonna say, yes, it was tragic, really. He was absolutely broken up over her. I've never seen a man so devastated.
Oh man. So you're just gonna continue the cock blocking. I don't like the term, but I don't know what other term it is besides that. You're just gonna be the reverse wingman here.
Can I give
Leonard.
Aaron that? Would
Uh,
that help?
I mean, you can save that for now, because Aaron did succeed here. Because
Leonard is gonna like tear up a bit, and he's gonna say, "Yes, she was my everything." And then when she got taken away from me, I felt so lost. Like nothing really matters. Like there was no light
shit.
until I saw you.
Oh shit! So
Oh,
this was a fake. I faked you, and I'm very sorry about this, but it wasn't disadvantage for Leonard. Leonard also gets an advantage because she fucking likes Leonard right now. So the 32 actually works here. In this case, it's too high for your 19, even though it's a nat 20, and so her attention goes right back to Leonard, and she says, "You feel the same way as I feel right now. We're like two lost souls who were meant to be. Do you believe in destiny or fate?"
And you should mention that. I was just talking to a man about destiny.
That's just also
Yes.
destiny and fate. There are no coincidences in this world.
Did,
can't
did
say
we
this
just
on the
become
train, mate.
soulmates?
This is so bad. There's people like this. Oh!
So do you still want us to investigate this murder, or I'm confused?
That is a good question. She isn't going to answer your question. But continue to talk to Leonard, which is, I know this is terrible right now, Aaron, but for Aaron, I think
Funny,
in
you
this
charmed your
situation,
way
it's,
out of a you charmed your way out of a quest. Nah, fuck that old guy.
Well then, I'll let you two.
but the nat
I don't
20,
know whatever this is.
but the nat 20 is gonna come back. She is like eventually, so like, you know, she's looking at you, and she's just like, and all I need to do to be free to follow my passions, free to follow my heart with you. And she puts like a hand on your cheek. I need to avenge my husband, or at least figure out who killed him.
I was about to say that's two very different. Those are two very different things.
Oh, but I was hoping that if we found out who killed my husband, then she like points at you, Aaron. You would. Then she points at you, Leonard. One of you would.
Out of my own free will, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, that's a pretty high roll. Nope, the money speaks louder.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, Leonard is
yes,
like
the initial job was, I believe you said, find my husband's
Right, but
killer.
I assumed. Oh, I just didn't know. Like I had to say specifically murder because I don't really like that word. It's such a terrible word. I mean, honestly,
Fucking Gen Z and they're unalive in Minecraft.
I don't want
find the
to
person
actually.
who unalived my husband.
I just don't want to cause harm onto another person, but they did kill my husband. You see, so they should die. I just don't want them to be murdered because of me.
All right. Well.
Or if they do die, I don't want to think about like, oh, I was the reason why. But I would like you to find them.
Let me put it this way. Will the compensation reflect the seriousness of the task at hand?
Oh yes, of course. I'm so sorry. What is it? But I don't have too much wealth anymore after my cousin last after he faded away into the abyssal sea. I do have a few things that I can offer. I do have a small property in the court district that I can give up willingly. The value for that, if you were to sell it, would be somewhere around, I think maybe 50,000 gold pieces. We're currently renting it out, but we can kick the tenants out and then I can give it to you.
And they are good tenants?
Not bad. They pay their rent
Aaron
on
makes
time.
notes in his notebook.
The rent is roughly about 5 gold pieces every month, so not cheap, but enough for you to make your money back eventually. But I'd probably think you should sell it. Sorry, I said 50,000. It's 5,000 gold pieces for the home. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna take 50,000 days for us to make our money back.
It's not even days. It's just a month.
Months,
So no, but you're not buying them. She's giving it to you. But it is 5,000 gold pieces. The number doesn't work. Then I also have
I was gonna say, my
magical
lady,
artifacts.
I would never.
I have gems and jewelry and gold hidden away.
He's gonna say, Manya, I would never dream of charging you.
Huh.
I'm gonna find the bastard who made you cry, and I'm gonna make him pay.
Oh, really?
Yes, but we need money for resources to conduct the investigation.
I would do anything for you.
Oh,
I would do anything for you. Leonard, Leonard, thank you so much for accepting this job on my behalf. Oh, I could go to sleep now, knowing that Elias will get what he deserves, the justice. I know it's him.
He gets up and like pulls her like to her feet as he gets up, and then gives her like a deep hug and says,
Oh, she gives you a back.
No one will ever make you cry again, not while I'm around.
If I do cry, I want it to be happy tears. And she folds into Leonard's arms. Aaron will remember this.
Leonard will not remember Aaron was even there.
Lady, the the tavern keeper is like, Countess Frene, or your carriage is outside. The master looks a little bit in a rush. And the countess is like, Vanya's like, oh, very well. She goes to like break off contact with you, stops, folds into your arms again once more. Oh, I'm going to miss this. And breaks away again.
Like he breaks away, he
Please.
like holds on to her hand, and he says, "Time is but an illusion. We will be together in the future, just like we are now, because we're always together."
I will count every second until then. Please send me a missive to House Frene if you do find any news. And then
Count on it.
she looks at you, Leonard, with those big puppy-old eyes. Aaron, she's gonna turn to you one last time before she goes. Roll me a perception check or sense motive, your choice. And because you rolled such a high will save already, you can do this with advantage. Or
I'm doing
plus 4.
perception.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, you took the advantage. That's a 29. For the briefest moment, when she looks over at you at her puppy dog eyes, you see a slight little twitch of her lips, of like a smile, almost imperceptible. But the smirk is there. And she gives you one big fat wink as she races out the door, leaving you both in rapture, of course. But with that perception check, I will let you make another will save to break this fascination on that she has over you.
Yeah.
And I mean, let me finish, but
Sorry.
no worries. We're going to add a modifier to this. So no worries though, you rolled a 12. I'll let you roll again. But this is the number that we'll keep. This number that I have in my head.
Okay. That's a 25.
Wow. Shit. So I guess you don't need the bonus that I had in my head for you. Okay. Aaron, what happens to you as the fascination effect wears off?
I think it's like, actually I don't know what that feeling is, but basically it's like when you know, like when you have like a coated candy and it's like amazing taste on the outside, and then you get to the center and it's like super sour and it like just takes you by surprise. So it almost feels like crashing afterwards. So Aaron just sort of blinks and gives himself like a little like slap, not like enough to do damage, just like a whoof. Shake it off. Then he's gonna glare at Leonard and give him a proper slap in the face.
Does that slap help me like break out of it?
Hell no, not within that one. You just got slapped in the face by Aaron. That's what happened.
As he slaps in the face, is Vanya still in sight?
No, she's hurried off.
Ow, Aaron, what the hell?
She would have given us money. She would have given us a property. Go fall in love somewhere else, damn it.
I mean, I got nothing. She's just beautiful.
The point of a job is to earn money.
Look,
Now we're doing a favor.
look, money's common, but a beautiful woman, not
Can't
so
be
much.
shared.
I mean,
No. Oh, okay. Aaron's just gonna he's gonna basically like grab Leonard by the ear or like by the collar and then just like start dragging him back to the ship.
Hey, but wait, we need to find Reese, Ryden. Forget his
You
name.
haven't talked right.
Reda.
Rada,
None
thank
of
you.
those names were right.
We can come back in the evening. I'm not sitting here all day while you simper over a woman.
So,
Fine.
Aaron, you drag Leonard back to the ship. And do you explain what just happened? Or do you keep
I
it to
wanna
yourself?
I want to get to the ship first.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're surrounded by allies
Yep.
and hopefully also I want to get him like out of this fugue state first as well.
I mean, as his like direct contact away from Vanya is over with, she needs to be present for that fascination to really take hold. So, in terms of like ADHD, it's gone. Like it's gone now. He can focus a little bit better. But if you're trying to convince him like that he is, different or something with her around, it's probably not gonna work too well.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I want
Like-
to just get to the ship first before I say that there's something fishy with the job other than that he basically offered our services for free.
Yeah. And you do so.
Is this when all of us are back?
All of you guys are back. There is one thing else that happens during this time though. So that would be I would need a quick perception check from our good friend Aaron here.
Mm-hmm. $28.
Okay. Oh, 28.
It is
Wow.
I believe it is my strongest stat.
Very nice.
Yep,
Okay.
it is.
Okay. So you see as you're like as you're walking through the streets, you see like a tunic. And on the tunic there's a symbol. And it's a symbol that you like, it's so quick, but it's something that's been drilled and embalmed in your mind for so many years. And not like your childhood, but more of like when you're older. Where you just can't kind of like it stops you in the track, like Leonard's looking at what's her face? Vanya. It's a symbol of an old adventuring group. Let's say guild or group. Just like a random symbol logo that you came up with from a bunch of people that you used to adventure with. What did that logo look like for the diehard delvers?
Oh man, this is so unexpected. Now my brain is just blanking.
Huh. This is
would
unexpected.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that happened to you, Aaron, was a dire badger earned him a tiny bit of reward. Taking one of those on by himself, that could be part of the logo. The biggest job that you guys are known for was the hags. Or it could be just like a
Okay.
more of like a play on the weapons that you guys might have used together.
Mm,
or in conjunction,
yeah,
or
that's
just
why
a
I'm trying
simple
to think.
logo?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to think of something very simple because I'm assuming it would have been like slapdash. Um, oh man, why is my brain blanking completely?
No worries. So
Hold on.
I can just generate a couple and see if
Yeah.
how you like those. For the Die Hard Delvers. Oh no, this is not what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that's very just simple
This
because
looks like this was for like an esports team, a modern esports team. No-
let's just do something simple. Like let's just say that it's just a circle with a rune in the middle that in some other language is like 2Ds. Like two runes that are 2Ds. I don't know what the dwarven runes would be in Pathfinder.
How about a skeleton carrying a torch? Even in death, the Delver keeps going.
It's
I
so
did
it's
actually
just
think of
it's a circle that says D&D on it.
No, okay. I did actually think of a skull at first, but I was like, people are gonna think we're pirates. They're gonna think
Okay.
we're land
What
pirates.
That's
about
called bandits.
what about something like this? And I'm gonna copy this and paste them here in the Discord chat for you.
Yeah, that was kind of like what I had in mind. Like, because yeah, diehard delvers.
Okay, cool. We'll just keep that there then. So you see that logo on a tunic, from some young lad scrambling like through the city of Tidewater Rock. What comes to mind?
Okay. His first impulse is to follow, but he's also got Leonard with him, and he kind of wants to discuss that with everyone. So now he's just in two minds about whether he's going to be responsible or be impulsive.
You want to roll?
Yeah.
What's the high? What's the low?
Low impulsive, high he is responsible, and because he's basically kind of like feels like he's with a friend who was drunk, so he's like he can't really
Right.
abandon a drunk friend.
That is sucky. That is an asshole thing to do, but it happens.
Okay.
If something else is more like pressing.
Yeah, okay, that's low.
What does that mean?
Okay, so Aaron is just gonna very quickly pull Leonard to look at him, and he says, "How are you feeling?
Fine. Why?
Can you get back to the ship?"
Sure. What about you?
Something just occurred to me. Something I want to quickly follow up on. I will see you there. And without another word, Aaron will go in the direction he saw the lad go.
Okay.
Leonard, I would like to do sense motive because that is kind of suspicious.
Sure. I don't know. I don't think
No, to
anything.
Leonard, like Leonard wasn't sick or anything, so he's like, "Can you get back to the ship?" Like, why are you talking to me like I'm drunk?
Well,
And then he's just like,
because
I gotta go take care of something.
right. So like he's not bluffing. say. So what do you guys think? What the role? What the role?
I mean, a sense motive is probably
Sense
fine.
motive.
Like,
Yeah, just do a sense motive, and depending on your role, we'll see
Nope.
what you want to give.
Just a
Dan.
concerned friend.
Take a cookie. That sucks.
Although you still got the fascinated applied as well. Although it is a net one.
It's a
It is
nat
a nat
one.
one, yeah.
So you leave Leonard there, who just kind of like, what? And then like just kind of starts heading back to the ship. And Aaron, you're like bumping through people, like pushing people past as the kid is like running throughout the street. Give me another perception check, and now this way as you're running through the crowd, maybe a reflex save as well.
Okay. That's a
So-
28.
You keep your eyes on the kid, able to track him.
And that's an 11.
Okay. But you know, there's like a cart comes out of nowhere, and you have to stop before you can continue on your journey. So you actually have to roll another perception check. We're gonna take the lower one.
Okay.
The DC you want to be here? Oh my gosh. It don't matter. Because you beat it quite heavily handily. So how does Aaron get past this cart? Like this cart just came out of nowhere, cut him off. He might lose sight of the kid.
Oh, Aaron's acrobatics is quite high, so I think it would be a thing of like, the cart's briefly in his way, and it like for like the split second stops him, but then he just vaults over it.
Yep. He just vaults right over that shit. And the guy's like, oh, as Aaron, you vault over, you catch.
Cabbages.
As you vault over, you hear some people like gasp in like the sheer acrobatic skill of Aaron. And then you see the kid like kind of running off into like this like little makeshift shack looking thing. Like a lot of the buildings here are warped wood, or buildings that were like piled with stone and old bricks. Like it's since to the constant rain, wood is not the best like material to use. However, it's much easier to handle than like stone, right? Like, you know, than dwarves. And so it's generally like a mixture of like all this, like mud, wood, brick, mortar, whatever they can find. So you find this makeshift shaft, and you follow this kid. Do you go inside, or do you examine outside? What do you do?
Yeah, I would like to, before I go inside, just study, see if I can see like signs of, like if it's a lot of people moving in and out. There's like signs of whether it's like people living there or if it's just used as some other kind of space.
Okay. Upon looking at it, you can tell like it definitely seems like a place where people are generally kind of downtrodden a little bit, like a squatter's house, maybe.
Okay. Do I see movement on the inside?
You definitely hear like talking.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, Aaron is basically just standing there. You know, like doing that thing where it's like you kind of take a step forward, but then you don't, hesitating. Then he will go up and I guess knock on something.
You knock on the like there's a curtain and that's the door pretty much. So you have to like knock on like some of the warped soggy wood nearby. And yeah, as you do so, you see like this little like freckled kid kind of bless you.
Bless
Oh,
you.
see-
I thought it was muted.
You see like this little freckled kid like kind of like pull back the curtain. He's like, "Oh, he don't live here no more." And he stops. That's the kid that was running away. You can tell this kid is a little different. Give me a knowledge planes check. Or knowledge religion, knowledge planes.
Oh, well, that's 4.
Okay. So you're like, this kid looks a little bit different, but it kind of reminds you of like Muna, but not like Muna at all. He's got a bald head, but he's got like this kind of weird goldish hue on his skin, and even his eyes have this piercing gold color. Bald, maybe 16 years old. But he took off like the old shabby peasant hat that he was wearing pretty much. And you can see him clearly. He's wearing a tunic. He's wearing these shoulder pads, these like metal shoulder pads that are clearly too big for him. He's a small, lanky little teenager kid. Too big for him. And then right in the center of his tunic is the Die Hard Delvers logo. It's not embroidered, but painted on magically. Or magically embroidered. Magically embroidered? Magically embroidered. We'll say that. It's fine clothing. It's a fantasy world. Fine clothing can be very fine.
I'm very sorry for bothering you. I just couldn't help but notice the symbol on your tunic.
Oh. Is that really you? Is that really you?
Who
He
am
holds up
I supposed to be?
a game piece. And on that game piece is a small little figurine. It's a figurine of a young man in this dashing trench coat that seems to be like flowing out, with two like arms raised out, holding two revolvers akimbo. And he like slowly turns the figurine around towards, so that you can see like the face. You can't make out any details. It's a game piece, so it's like it's pretty crudely made. However, you do believe there is like a magical essence to it. It's like, is this you?
I suppose it is.
He hands you the piece, and as you take the piece, like magically, like this magical illusion appears, and it like enlarges the figurine, illusion-wise, with color now. Like it's almost like a holographic version of Aaron in this pose that's supposed to resemble this game piece. You're the gunslinger.
Well, I am.
Pistolier. The deadly sharp eye. I can't believe it. What are you doing here in all places? You're a hero.
That's a complicated question. Here's one for you.
Are you really the Aaron who killed 3 Utyogs? in the sewers of Magnamar. 3 of them.
Well, yes, but
What's
Who
an
are you?
Utyug?
I'll. Yes. Who are you?
I'm just a fan. My name is Billy.
Billy.
Mm-hmm. He nods his head.
Are you from here? Where did you
Uh-huh. Born
see
raised.
this? And he points to and Aaron points to the symbol.
Oh, there's a shop that sells all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
There's other groups, but nothing as popular as the Die Hard Delvers. They have the best composition. Of course, you have you, Aaron, the deadly gunslinger. Pew, pew, pew. Then you have and then he starts like there's like a ringing in your ear as he starts like naming some of the other people in your group. But he says the name Olena. Olena? Is it Olena?
Yeah.
Olena?
Olena.
He says the name Olena, and then like that's when you hear like the beep in your ear as he's like rattling off all the other people part of the group.
Where's this shop?
And you stop and interrupt him as he's like telling you, and he can throw punches like, what? Oh, the shop. It's over there. He points over to the water district. You know, across the my mother told me not to go there, but you know, she's very sick and I'm my own man now. I'm working, I have my own job. So I can go to the Dawn Water District if I want to. I'm old enough.
Thank you. And Aaron will just take out a gold piece and give it to him and smile and says, always
What?
great to.
Do you mind if you autograph my shirt too?
Sure. Do you have anything that I can write with?
He
I only
takes
have
out a
pencil.
dagger and is about to cut his palm.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Okay. No need for that. No need for that.
What?
Look, I've got a better idea.
What?
I take out one of my bullets.
Guns?
No. one
Here
of
you
my
go, kid.
bullets,
Go wild.
and I give that to him.
He takes a round and he looks at, oh, is this real? Can this really kill people?
Well, yes. If at a high
God,
speed propulsion.
George, I'm going to shove this in his stupid little face.
I mean, that's not going to kill someone, but
Oh.
I'd rather not do that. Why don't you find someone who can put that on a string for you and you can wear it around your neck? Like a good luck charm or something.
Oh, it's like a good... Oh, okay. I thought you were giving me a weapon. So you're saying I can't throw this at somebody and hurt them?
You can, but I think you'd be better off throwing rocks, honestly.
Oh.
These are only really deadly if they're being shot. I am regretting giving that to you now.
Too late! Too late! It's like, I've got a bullet! And then, like, you just hear him, like, do you exit after this? Do you ask him anything else?
I'm just gonna say, well, thank you, Billy. Many blessings of whichever god you follow upon you. And thank you. And yeah, Aaron will
Can I give you a hug?
head in that direction. Okay.
He hugs you. Can you be my dad?
No.
No. Okay, that was a
sorry.
long shot. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're a man now, aren't you?
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh man. And then you hear like somebody like going through some food, in the like a bag. Oh, you're touching my food, George! I'm gonna put this bullet right between your fucking teeth. As he runs out back into the shack. You're left there.
Don't kill anyone, and Aaron will leave.
And you leave and you head back to the ship. What's
Nope,
Aaron's
heading to the water district.
water district right away? You
Yep.
do have to probably get to the docks first before you can make your way from the shore to the water district. It's not
Oh,
you
okay.
shouldn't run. I wouldn't suggest swimming these waters. If if you can, I'd avoid that. Unless you're
Okay,
like
so
really
is
good at
the
swimming.
Is the ship closer then?
Yeah, I mean the ship is at the docks where you'd probably catch a ferry ride to. Even if you like don't want to take the actual ship, you would probably have to go around there to catch a boat to the water
Okay.
district. But technically,
Okay,
if
in
you
that
want to
case-
avoid the rest of the party and do that, you can definitely go your own separate way and get on like a small little ferry and go if you want to.
Okay, no. In that case, yeah, I'll head back to the ship.
Okay. You guys head back to the ship. You head back to the ship, and everyone's there. John Corey is just sick as a dog because he's just out in the rain, and he's just all like whining and moping. Muna, you've been on the ship for a little bit. You had some time to think. You came back after the incident with Briar at Dagon at the temple. What is it? What is it that Muna is thinking and doing here on the ship? Okay. Well, 5. Oh, you're muted, by the way, brother.
Oh, good. He is probably thinking that at least I've considered the convinced the party to head out to find a watcher, but he's also very much still debating if he should make this deal with Sun Cthulhu about power. He's sick and tired of being weak, and yeah, just thinking about if I should do it. Since it's a big choice.
Okay.
He's still angry
What is he
about
weighing? Like, what are the two odds that he's weighing? Power
the
about
two
what
options-
what cost type of thing?
What would it cost to him? He is ultimately about personal freedom for
Right.
himself. So what
Yeah.
would such a trade involve?
That's a good question. Like,
know,
would
stuff
you like
like-
to try
I
to
mean-
roll something to maybe consider the odds that way,
Yeah.
or
Sure.
what do you
I mean,
think that you should roll for this?
Realistically, probably. I mean, it's probably religion. I mean, like
Knowledge
it's
planes,
more
I would also think is fine roll here.
of the.
Because like you
I'm not
are trying
relevant.
to consider Dagon versus Zancathon.
Yeah.
Like, and like also you don't have any type of religion as well. So it can not be either or. Which one?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have planes. It's better, but yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. 16.
16.
I'm gonna say with that 16, it's confusing for sure. It's not like an easy, like, you're not gonna get an easy answer here. However, you have to consider the possibility that both are evil and both aren't great.
Yeah.
It's just like the evil, though. What evil is going to make you feel better, though? at the end of the day. And also the bonus is being closer to Marie ain't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, that is part of it. You know, like it's whole, you know, like it would get me closer to that. But the domains of Sunkathun are a bit more painful and like.
So my question
know,
is like, you don't like pain? Muna is not like
Uh,
really the pain type of guy.
Muna can endure it. He's fine with it. He doesn't love it. He's tough. Like, but he doesn't, you know, like
yeah.
seek it.
Interesting.
He's at best neutral toward it. Like, he's not afraid of it.
Right.
Is the way I would say it. You know, like he's accept pains for the outcome that he seeks.
Right.
But for him, it's more, like it's the personal freedom being traded away. Like, and then he's like, but then again, there's a lot of people being religious, and it's not like I'm gonna be a clergy. So it's all, you know, like, what will a trade involve? What can I do? That's on the bad side. You know, it's like, but a lot of people are religious, follow gods, and a lot of people are clergy, clerics, war priests, paladin. You know, like cultist. So if he isn't the first person making a deal with a deity.
No, he wouldn't be.
Which,
and
well, but in his mind, like that speaks for it, since you know, like he's not like in his mind. I'm not that new, gonna grind plan, so it's not like I would probably get completely fucked. But my personal freedom, but revenge and power. He's sick and being threaded on.
With a 16, I think you'll realize, oh, give me a religion check. Because I think planes is like more of like the knowledge of it, but religion's gonna get you more of like the ceremony.
Oh, perfect. That's a really
21.
Good roll.
With a 21 in religion, you realize that swearing yourself to a deity in the full freedom aspect could be miscontrived. Like, of course, there's a priest that has to stay at the temple. Okay, that's fine. But just because you're a follower doesn't mean you're confined to one area. So by freedom, if you mean by location or where you are,
he means personal freedom. He realized that he's not gonna be
personal freedom. It's like for religion, this is more about consistency than it is about like following the morals. So for instance, like none of us kill people on the right. Like we don't kill people, right? Hopefully none of you guys in real life actually kill anyone.
Not to the best of my knowledge.
No, never.
Well, hopefully, right? That's why I'm saying hopefully. Not. I'm assuming you guys aren't murderers, but like, but you don't have to believe in Jesus to not kill people. You just know it's not like, but believing in the religion, it reinforces you to keep up with those morals. Yes, and we all know we shouldn't steal and lie and cheat. We already know that. We don't need to believe in religion to know that. However, the religion kind of reinforces those morals, but also it's about the consistent act of like praying, about going through the ceremonies, the rituals, the tributes, the donations, the ceremony of your faith is a reconfirmation. It's like that reaffirmation that you're always going to try to reinforce these morals. In essence, your knowledge with the 21 is nothing's really going to change besides you're going to have to dedicate portions of your day every day to carry out some of the ceremony to please your deity.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, I don't think in terms of morals, you're that in direct conflict with Zankuthan, but with your 16 in planes, you're probably going to think, oh, Zankuthan was possibly like a deity of torture and pain. That these ceremonies might include something like that.
Yeah.
That's what you can probably decipher from all that. It's up to you on how you decide.
Yeah.
What are you leaning towards?
I mean, in Muna's mind, I think he's leaning more towards doing it just because the whole thing about the collector really just, like enforced his fear, if that makes sense.
You are nothing.
Well, exactly, so that's why, in my mind, I think Muna's leaning more towards that.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So, before we end for the night, we're gonna have all you guys reconvene. What do you guys do or say before we finish it off?
Well, Brian looks good. So we're heading out tomorrow.
Where are you guys heading off to again?
Yes.
We're gonna go and find the Watcher.
Okay, gotcha.
I have the vision.
Yep. So you're just gonna look around for that. Okay, gotcha.
Well, it's an island. We can only go so wrong for so far, and so
This
probably see
area
something.
has a lot of islands, FYI. I
Sure,
do
but
remember.
it's on. I thought it was on this island according to my vision.
It's the visions. Do you remember what the visions is? It's an inland channel, but then there's like a bunch of small little islands and boats and stuff.
An area outside Tidewater. But that to me that read like on the island when you said an area outside of Tidewater, since the Tidewater was the city. So.
Oh, okay. No. There's a part of the journey where you're gonna go overland. That's for sure. The first part, I think I mentioned, is a
Yeah,
wilderness.
then inland channels. But I mean, I just thought that was the way, just in my mind,
Yeah, no. I'm giving you too much info now. At this point,
Oh.
the first vision
Maybe not enough.
No. The first vision is something where I told you was trees, a wilderness of some sort, big trees.
No, just images of dark trees.
Yeah, a big forest outside of Tidewater Rock. It's a big it's a big dark forest outside. It's wild too, outside of Tidewater Rock. I mentioned that.
Okay.
I wonder who might have. I'm not sure. Anyways, so what do you guys anyways, what do you guys do? Let's wrap it up.
Aaron's just gonna say, I'm not sure how this will affect things going forward, but when we went to find Reda,
Oh, that's
there
right. We
was
gotta go back.
Yes, there was a Countess Freyne with a job offer.
Vanya.
Yes. Well, essentially, she wants us to investigate the death of the former Grand Mage, and she suspects the current Grand Mage of having, I suppose, done it, or at least orchestrated it. Now, I don't see what this would benefit us, since someone offered our services for free.
Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Yes, I
Well,
wonder who would be.
no, she's a countess. So if we offer to do this free for her, we're gonna make a friend out of her. And I think in this city, in our position, having a friend in like her position is a good thing.
Yes, well,
Friends?
her house is on the decline and about to be non-existent, so I don't really see how beneficial that will be.
She's still a countess. Is very beautiful.
Sure, but I mean, I feel like that sounds like a long-term thing if we were gonna stay on the island, but we very much aren't.
No, I mean like against the collector. He could be a ally.
I mean, I feel like that's not really gonna be, at best, far adjacent to the plan of considering the ally.
Yeah, that would be free work because Leonard thinks she's beautiful.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
wasn't cunning anyway.
Well, we also had another plan, if you remember, Leonard, right? So it's like it's just bad timing.
We didn't really get a deadline, so I think we can do that when we get
I
back
don't-
from.
Sure.
Without
do
me, Leonard. I'm not working for free.
Again, wasn't counting on you.
Okay, but so Briar, do you feel good to maybe traveling tomorrow? You look better.
I'm not saying a lot.
I'm not talking to you anymore, Leonard. I
Thank
turned.
the gods.
He sounds like an action figure now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thank God.
Also, I'm sorry. I just woke up.
I know you are, but what am I?
I
Oh.
literally fell asleep right now.
Oh, that's good branding.
I'm kind of out of it right now.
All right, let's wrap it up though. What do you guys say?
Yeah. What is that spell again?
So yes, we're
Oh,
going
yeah!
tomorrow.
Yeah. I just used that on Leonard and teleport him into the ocean.
Jester's Jaunt. All right, so before we end the night, there definitely is more to this than what you wrote here. So this spell doesn't
Must
make
be on
sense.
solid ground.
But if Jesus could walk on water, then isn't
You
it solid?
teleport a target you see with it.
I teleport him to the very edge of the dock.
What's your DC?
Oh wait, where is my DC?
And it cannot end in a space that is by nature hazardous to the creature you're
I
teleporting.
do not think the very edge is hazardous.
No, it's fine. It's
to
fine.
you
Let's first of
unless-
all let's figure out what the saving throw is. What's the will save here?
18.
18. All right, and then let's figure out the fact that you are lunging at Leonard to touch him. So give me a. Let's just do a quick CMD roll. What's your CMD, Leonard? What's your CMD?
What's that? You mean my CMB?
CMD. What's
Oh,
your
so
defense?
I am defending. My defense is 20.
I don't know if
Damn.
you're gonna get this. Roll your CMB. What do you
don't
get?
know.
Like a +4 to your CMB?
Well, no, it's not a CMB versus CMD. A touch attack just means he has to physical attack roll versus his unarmored defense.
Versus my touch.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Let's just do a unarmed attack against his. I wanted to make
Just
it
because then, yeah.
a combat thing, but whatever.
No, but that is like, but that improves Nina's chances dramatically.
Okay, fine. Touch AC versus your unarmed attack, Nina, which is what, like just a D20 plus your strength. What's your touch AC?
12.
All right, that's gonna do it. 30 feet. Where do you put him?
Wait, there's no saving throw against the spell?
Oh yeah,
It's
there
a-
is a saving throw against the spell though. So
There is
will save.
will-
Sorry. 30 feet from where he is
18.
needs to succeeds.
It
Needs
means
to
it
beats it.
beats it. Damn it.
You guys all watch as Jester John is a verbal and somatic spell. So it's very visible that Briar sings like a tune, like go to the dock over there, and then reaches out, grabs Leonard, and like for a second the notes comes out, and Leonard, you feel like a little shift, but you resist it. There's no way you're gonna let this bard with the flying squirrel on their shoulder like teleport you away, and you stay.
Well, now if everyone has stopped playing, are we all heading out tomorrow then?
Yes, right?
You can just like look Briar at Briar, then just brush away his hand. It's like holding like part of me for the spell. He's like, no, I'm going back to the here in the tanker to talk to our elf friend.
Let's just
Yeah.
wait until evening because we're just walking back and forth, and I'm sorry, I'm
Oh,
not
if I was
waiting
evening.
around there again.
All right. And with that, I would say with the plans to visit Rada later, if possible, we'll just kind of have you all like kind of at this ship together, not really necessarily knowing what to do. And the last thing we'll look at is the fact that I think the biggest thing that happened today was one of the dinosaurs was turned into a flying squirrel. And that's it.
Worth it.
That's all. That's the best way to end this.
Well, it would have been
anyways.
better if they died.
That would be kind of cruel, don't you think?
I know. I know. That's also
What
why
is wrong
Baleful
with you?
Polymorph is so much better.
Which one?
I gave him Baleful Polymorph is just a great spell.
I don't understand how this is different from like a regular polymorph.
It's permanent.
There you go.
That's why it's better.
There you go. I don't know why it happened. I just the guy just doesn't like those dinosaurs. And I was thinking of a spell that just like gets rid of them, but couldn't
Well, you kinda
find
did.
one.
Damage.
Yeah, no, just like blows them away or banishes them
Here,
somewhere.
like dinosaurs are social creatures, so now this one might die of like loneliness.
That's
I just
sad.
made that up.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's some animals are, some dinosaurs were, and some dinosaurs weren't. You know, like alligators aren't generally the most social animals out there.
But
So
chickens
does
are.
this guy have his? But does this guy have like an eidolon that I'm not knowing here?
Yeah, it's an Eidolon, yeah.
Oh shit! This is another. Does this eidolon have spells? No.
No, his Eidolon is all about proficiency because I made him in mind that he just uses his his Eidolon is his assistant.
So all about skill checks, huh?
Yeah, because he is a master summoner. So you know how I can only summon monster but not summon more additional monster?
Yeah.
He doesn't have that limit, so he can just cast summon monster every round and essentially just fill a battlefield.
Okay. Well. Anyways, I hope you guys had fun. Thank you all for playing.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks for
Who's not,
jamming.
Thanks for joining.
of course. Who's not going to be here next week? I think somebody. Oh, and you're going to Comic-Con.
Likely me. Yeah, likely me because of Comic-Con.
Okay. Well, we'll catch you up to date. I'll let you know if anything happens before then, guys. But thank you all.